All right, and no, there we go. All right. Oh, it did go off when I snapped. Okay. Welcome everyone. I forgot that there's a stream delay. Hello, hello. Welcome to Sunday's campaign. It's been a week. Well, technically 2 weeks. Since I don't believe we had a session last week. After we had a few people too sick to play. Unfortunately. So, last time we left off, the players managed to, yet again, cause the opening of a dimension and an invasion from a multi-dimension.
That was the NPCs, okay?
That's true, but Shogun knew exactly what this person was doing as he watched them do it the last time. So, no, I'm blaming the party.
Shogun really dropped the ball in trying to inform the party of things.
Why would I do that?
Dropped it. He didn't even pay attention to the fact there was a ball.
Why would I do that?
Shogun just put the ball in his pocket and kept on with his day.
I'm glad you understand Shogun now.
So, after this, after the full invasion and Nick Sr. getting bombed by a turtle, the party nearly wiping in combat. Thanks to Sigrun's lasting power, they were able to hold off the last bit of the enemies while everyone was making death saving throws or just outright dead. In some cases, Nick and Isabella did end up betraying them, or so the PCs believe. After Isabella planted said tree and opened the dimension, and Nick started shooting them, because apparently when you shoot your friends, you're no longer friends. So, as we come back, the party, after watching the full dimensional invasion, decided to retreat, falling back to a small, Void Wolves, I believe is the name of the organization.
Aether Wolves.
Aether Wolves, thank you. One sec, let me just update the title then. So, the Ethereal Wolves, that I can totally spell ethereal for, having had a shelter and a location in Cardassia, the party decided to retreat to it, and after finding it, decided to hide out, teleporting with the rest, or going through a portal after meeting the head of that sect, and heading to the barracks location in the Scrofey lands, the headquarters of the Ethereal Wolves. The last known location of the Grand Wizard himself, Cyrus Galadron, now the current king. As the party arrived, they headed immediately, without even bothering to meet truly with any of the leaders, headed straight towards the bedrooms / barracks themselves, and each passed out in their own cots, minus Terias, who found someone to cuddle with. Let me just check as I keep getting
Terias
PMs.
got the cuddle buddy.
Yep.
I thought Sarah found a cuddle.
I got the
Yeah,
couple.
Sarah did.
Sarah did, yeah.
Yeah, I just plopped Terias on a bunk.
Okay.
With a random cuddle buddy.
As you lot kind of start to wake up, first off, I want you all to give me Arcana checks.
Oh, I'm so good at those.
I know.
Alright. Oh, wow, this is the wrong character. Jesus.
Shit! No, both the magic cards got 11s. No.
That is amazing.
Watch me
Hold
get
on.
a nat 20.
Hold on, I'm
Two.
getting from Nick. Arcana, let's go.
You got a 2. You got it.
12,
I got
okay.
listen.
Well,
If you put a 0 behind it, it's a 20.
The highest roll amongst the party is a 12. Wow.
Yet no modifier.
Listen, we're tired. We're sleepy waking up.
I don't think any of you are divine based. No. And
No.
Terias is
I
still
am
asleep.
I mean,
nature.
No, I don't think my subclass counts.
So, thankfully though, Sigrun and Sarah, being part of this group, are a little bit more sensitive to the natural magic of the world, at least understanding it. Huh?
0 with a 2? That's
What?
impressive.
I
Yes.
got animal instincts. It's like how animals
Um,
can sense rain coming.
So, Sigrun, you sense a massive danger has just appeared in the world. Like something you would equal out to the danger of an ancient dragon, from your own animal instincts. You don't know anything else besides that. You just can feel a coldness down your spine.
Get a gut feeling of like, oh.
Sarah, you've been around for a little while. I mean, you've been with the Ethereal Wolves since they were founded, basically. It's been a few years, but you remember your childhood, and you remember there used to be a previous influence on the world. And you recognize the similar energy to someone very, very powerful that Cyrus once fought.
Who should be very much dead.
You feel Alfred the Corrupt Stone has risen. You can feel his mana is now intoxicating the world once more. And it's all centering around what looks to be the location of the city, which you would be familiar enough with your education of coming from the human lands. From the city of Raphael. Far, far off to the distance. However, with that said, and the lack of any water in my glass of water, we return to the party having started to wake up, all but Terias. Nick wanted to jump up real quick before everyone else. Nick, what were you trying to do?
I'm waiting. I'm waking up first, and I'm waiting as each person wakes up and telling them to hold on a second before they go anywhere. Because I know everybody. He figures everybody has their own plans once again. But it's time for a meeting of the minds.
Okay.
Well, is Sigrun allowed to at least like consider getting breakfast, man?
that hungry, huh?
Sigrun is being poked by Shogun right now for attention.
No, well, yeah. You poke her and she like kind of grunts and it's like looks over. She like sleepily over the eyes is like, yes.
Master blacksmith, I need. Know any, do you?
She like yawns, scratches her neck, chest fluff. Would she? Like, from these lands, would she be familiar with anyone besides who was in her clan?
Give me an intelligence check with advantage.
I'm good with those.
Advantage.
Let me get the physical
Once they're
dice
done
for
talking,
this.
Nick has a few other things to say once
Yep, no worries.
he's gotten
Okay.
everybody.
Intelligence.
With advantage.
All right. Yep. Okay. The highest I got was a 9.
Oh no. I guess not.
Sigrun, you didn't really spend much of your time dealing with smiths and such in your time. They never interested you as you were constantly out with the men and women working on boats, getting them ready to sail, heading out to do raiding parties and such. You were much more interested in the boat crafting and the combat of the lifestyle. So, you don't really recall many smiths besides, just there was ones in each town. They were good at what they did.
I'm not very familiar with the smith side. My axe serves me for all of my fights, so I never needed to visit them. I might maybe know one or two, but they could be dead by now. Lot of deaths recent years. And she like picks something from like between her tusks and like flicks it, and it's just like, it's I don't know. I could ask my friend if you want. And she starts to unsheath the axe she has. Maybe he knows.
Did I ever identify the axe?
No.
No, Sarah did.
Yep.
But
I did.
Sarah doesn't know about
Fair enough.
the dwarf guy either.
Yeah, fair
But before you two head out, I have some things I do need to say.
enough. I'll hobble over.
Everyone but
oh.
Ter. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, about then, Sarah rolls out of a bunk. Just kind of looks at whoever was in there, which I rolled to see it was probably a female.
Yeah.
And just thanks
You're
her. and
lucky,
then,
Sarah.
Yeah, finishes getting ready and walks over.
You see this rather
Yeah.
large woman that you realize is a Goliath was living on the same bunk. Probably if they had rolled over could have crushed Sarah completely.
Oh, you're into the large ones, I see. So Sigrun like pokes fun. She walks over.
Well, she
Sure,
hangs
just like-
around you, so that's no surprise.
Ah, that, you know, that is true.
But that's not what I needed to say. I know the other day I kind of took on trying to give us some more direction and tried to step into a leader role. I have never led anyone in my life. I have never tried to. I've usually either A, been on my own and made my way that way, or tried to work with one other person. Never a group like this. Shogun, I'm sorry I didn't come up on that roof to back you up. I got caught in the moment looking for the kids.
Forgiven you are. Fine it is.
Aside from that, we all need to start sharing information that's important to whatever our common goal is. And given the information I found out from trying to stop that tree yesterday, using whatever druidic magic flows through me, that thing's going to try and eat the world, and I don't know how long it's going to take. And I still have people in this world that I care about, so we need to start using our abilities to try and find a way to stall it out or stop it entirely. For that, we're all going to need to get more powerful. I ask that you guys trust me a bit more, and I will start trying to trust you all a bit more as a leader, as I'm going to try to lead us the right direction as best I can.
Sigrun, she kind of sits up and, like, props a hand on her knee and on her chin very casually. Well, if you want to get stronger, something powerful is now here in the world. Take on the big guys, be strong real soon. And she, like, grins.
Take on the big guys now, get crushed real fast. I definitely need to get a better bow. Nick will pat his old bow. This one was my father's, and I'm not going to sell it for a thing in the world, but I should probably get something a bit more powerful in order to keep up with you guys and your magical damage dealings.
Magic, not really.
Shogun is gonna put his bag down and start digging through it, and then he's gonna throw something at Sarah.
Catch.
Sarah, yeah,
He's
Sarah,
tall.
will catch it.
Okay. That is. It seems to be a very oversized. I think, Dan, you said it was like a nut.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like it's
Just gonna
a
an
go for your
acorn.
nut.
it's a pound, and he's not gonna explain anything. He's just gonna give her one of those.
Okay.
I'll take a look.
And
at this
aside from
later.
that, I should probably get better armor. Each one of us needs to find what we need while we're here. And we also need to ask if the ethereal wolves that we are with, I guess, can help by putting out a bounty on Isabel, dead or alive, and Nick, and a missing child poster for Nick.
Speaking of
Yeah,
which, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, go. Yeah, I didn't get to explain when, as we were leaving the city, but yeah, Sigrun and I are a member of the Ethereal Wolves, where I believe we're now in their headquarters.
I've heard rumors of them. It doesn't surprise me much. They're supposed to have agents all over. Nick
Yes.
smiles, gives a sly smile and a small one. He looks still pretty tired, but he looks like he's a bit more spooked and worried about what's going on.
Are you sure you can lead, Nick? You look a little tired. Need me to carry you?
I'll be fine. I'm gonna be tired dealing with you.
But we aren't even sparring today.
No, it's just you have this general aura of energy
Yes.
draining at times.
No, it is it's my impeccable energy, you know. It's what makes me
Sure,
so
whatever you
deadly
wanna
on the
call it right now.
battlefield.
Nick smiles and stands up. Let's get some information. You two might know where we are, and you two are gonna have to take point at this from here on. And since I've traveled around quite a bit, but I never made it this far.
we
Well,
should probably
lucky for
check in.
you, I'm a local.
Do you even
And,
remember your way to the bathroom?
Oh, no, not to this place. I meant the Scrofy Lands. And the
My
Scrofy
point
Lands,
made.
any
Sarah, you're in
bush is
charge
a
of us here.
bathroom.
Shogun, I forgot. We'll tell Sarah one thing when pointing at the night. For emergencies only, that is. Very few I have.
Or that nut, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
One other thing we might
Shogun.
want to find out is if there's somewhere we can set up a base, an old castle, something. I know near the Vidan lands and the Nordlands, there's some empty castles that could be taken over if we cleared them out. It'd just be a pain in the ass.
I better hope there's no vampires lurking.
That
Yeah,
might be a dangerous
yeah.
area, because that power that Sigrun mentioned, I think, is emanating from that area. Down the...
Isle of Man, different
Yeah.
territory.
Oh,
I-
Iron Man.
different.
Oh, sorry.
No
Yeah.
worries, you're good.
Not this world.
I'm clarifying because I know the
Thankfully-
map is huge. Yep.
Yeah. Never mind then. That's probably fine.
Never mind,
But
that is
still,
fine.
the vampires that were there, because I've known rumors, and there were vampires there for a while, so it's all risky. But we need somewhere we can set down and start returning to plan things. A place for Terias to build a lab, for you yourself, Sarah, to tinker with what you will, and for Shogun to experiment.
Shogun pulls out wooden stakes.
It's
I don't think
possible
those
we
will be
can-
enough, but that's a good start.
But we
possible
can make
use
more
a
on the way.
branch of the Ethereal Wolves somewhere to smaller chapter or something to base out of. I'd have to check. I
It'd
don't
probably be a
know.
good thing for them too, because they're currently, from the rumors I've heard, there is a lot of disorder over there, and having someone over there to keep tabs on it and having a safe place for them to rest, at least in an area, would be good.
I mean, I was never very high rank, but I was essentially a bodyguard / magical researcher.
Well, then you lead on for here, because this is probably more your territory than mine.
Fair enough.
Well, we should probably talk about things we're gonna plan out later. We each definitely need to find someone to get me a better bow, probably better armor.
And before that, we need breakfast. I mean, come on, we're gonna do this on empty stomach. Really? Really?
Yeah, let's go eat.
That's what I'm talking about. Good call, leader Nick. And she like, she leans down to elbow you like playfully because she can't reach the normal height.
One of these days, I'm just gonna make sure that I have a step stool ready so I can talk to you face to face without having you lean down.
Or you could just grow.
I'm already an adult. I don't think I'm growing much more.
It's magic, right? Magic in the world. Figure it out.
Okay.
Nick just shakes his head and starts walking beside Shogun, making sure to
Yeah, no.
take note of
before
where
Nick-
Terias is.
Before Nick leaves, when the other members are leaving, Sigrun's gonna put a hand on his shoulder to stop him and like wait for them to leave. Nick, just a moment before you go on and eat. I know I'm hungry as a hog, and she.
I
she,
can
like,
hear your
snorts.
stomach growling already, and I'm afraid you might take a bite out of me, so make this quick.
No, that's not it. I'm not interested in human meat. Lucky for you. No, so I am willing to let you lead, or try to, but I must warn you, Nick. I have missions of a higher calling, and I will have to prioritize those first, and you are good
Prioritize
men.
whatever you want. I don't care. My main worry now is the end of this world that's coming, and that
Well,
I may have ended up making come by adopting 2 children from an entirely different world.
Yes, you had some oversight there, or short sight, or no sight. I don't know the saying. You some sort of sight.
I acted short-sighted and rash, but that
And you are
shouldn't have
growing.
led to this. Nick then just takes her hand off his shoulder and walks out, following the others.
Well, I wasn't finished talking, but okay.
We can talk more about it later. This isn't something you need to talk about in secret.
There's nothing secret. I just didn't want to keep the others from eating breakfast.
You could have talked about it at breakfast.
I'm not gonna talk while I eat. What? Do you think I was raised in a hog pen?
No, I assumed a longhouse.
Ah, correct. She just like laughs as she's like walking
But still,
along.
those doors remain open quite a bit.
As
Well, of course.
Sarah and Shogun head out to the hallway, and Nick and Sigrun stay behind. As you lot are kind of heading through, you all feel the entirety of this bunker, if you will, shake as a massive explosion is heard suddenly in the distance. People are running with fear in their eyes, heading towards the explosion. That seems about, a good bit of ways. I mean, a lot of winding hallways, hard to tell where exactly it was. It's definitely coming from further within this stronghold.
Nick looks at Sigrun. We're going now.
Shogun's already running.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nick
Sigrun's
busts out
got
after
her
him,
axe in
heading
hand.
towards it. He pulls out. He doesn't pull out any weapons, but he makes sure he has his hand on one of his short swords at the ready.
I am
Because
running.
this is close quarters, and he's making sure he keeps Sigrun close, because he's not great at close quarters.
Oh, I'm great.
Hold on. Right before we get to whatever it is, I'm gonna slap Sigrun on the back and use Dragon's Breath.
Okay.
Ah,
What? Want to
you
activate?
dropped a spell description, so I have it
Yeah.
for like
Yeah, I can.
the range and the damage and stuff.
I got you.
It's 15 feet, and it's an element of choice between 5.
Alright.
I got it. Here
Do
it
you
is.
choose or do I choose?
I think you touch one of the creature imbued with power. I think I choose, so I'm going
Choose.
to. I'm gonna go with lightning.
Nice. That's what I
A
was
lightning-breathing freaking
feeling.
war. Mm,
I am
Hellblade
truly-
rises.
Guess you could say
Oh, give me a hammer and I could be Thor.
There you go.
Thor.
Well, no,
Or the
you're just
boar.
wielding Stormbreaker right now instead of Mjolnir.
As you start charging towards this, you hear someone yelling about a woman of color shooting two of the guards in the head and then running off after an explosion.
Son of a bitch, that might be Isabel.
And as you get closer and closer, it takes you about a good 5 minutes to get to this the exit. As you're going through staircase after staircase, winding hallway after winding hallway, you find that the stone itself at the entrance has melted into almost a strange goo like cement, and kind of dribbled down, closing off one of the entrances to this base completely. And the magic that was set here to keep it hidden is completely disabled, from what you can tell. As animals seem to kind of walk up to it for a second, you kind of see just barely out of the entrance little holes that are still left from where the cement or the stone didn't melt evenly. And as you look, you see there are animals coming up and sniffing it and seem to recognize it. Which last time Sarah and Sigrun, you were here, this stronghold was completely invisible to even animals themselves.
What do these animals look like, by the way?
They're just deer. Very basic
Oh,
deer.
what,
They're already in the bestiary, alright.
The entrance is like fully sealed off or starting to seal off.
It's you can't. Oh no, the spell effect is ended at this point. What's melted is melted. But you definitely have to be almost a goblin or a halfling size to fit through it. The tiny
And
hole
there's
that's
no way
left.
to like
There's
cut it. It's like melted.
yeah,
It would,
it's
like,
melted
burn my
stone.
axe.
Well, no, it's just melted stone, so it's solid at this
Oh.
point. But there are multiple entrances to this place.
Ah. Small one, go through.
No, that's not a smart idea.
I'm stepping into this through.
Okay, give me a minute. Let me pull up
Shogun's
something.
gonna die this
Shogun's
way,
got
and Nick's gonna be sad.
Worst comes to worst, I'm just gonna step in this right back in. It's not really.
Yeah, and like Sigrun.
Does a
can
25
try-
hit Shogun?
Hmm.
Yeah.
You take 14 points of piercing damage as you suddenly feel a small piece of iron go through you as you are shot by a musket as the loud explosion and the black powder comes popping out from a distance about 60 feet away, and you see someone rather small goes running off.
I'm taking a good hard look to see
You
if I can
can't see.
spot them.
You cannot because you are still
Through the
within
hole.
the tunnel. Yeah.
We-
They are off to the side of it. But yeah, Shogun, you are
Look at-
shot, and you are bleeding.
Rude, that is. I head back inside.
As you step into the mist back,
As
you all can
I
see
immediately heal him up a bit.
there's a massive
Oh my
hole in his
God.
shoulder.
Yeah, I'm going to use Cure Wounds on him immediately.
Okay.
I'm trying to pull up my sheet to do something, and DD Beyond is glitching out.
You get 6 of your health back
Okay, I'm at
as
3.
Nick starts trying to heal.
Okay.
He's not great with magic, though.
No one in this party is good at healing magic. Don't feel bad.
What do you mean? I'm a robot. Okay.
What?
But DD Beyond
Sigrun
did a thing
evolved.
that whenever I go to my character sheet from like the page like link I have on my home screen I have set because I have Android,
Mhm.
it's like, we need to confirm you're a human. Please hold this button for like 10 hours. And it's like, bro, what?
I'm guessing there aren't too many people that have weapons like that, so that was either Nick or possibly Isabel.
Nick wasn't attacking us during the fight. Once he gained these brains of wits about them, he was shooting the enemy. Clearly it was Isabel. She's been weird this whole time, that vampire child.
Sarah, could you heal up the rest of this? I'm not doing it too well.
Where's the spell? There it is.
I don't have much capability either. We can probably find a healer here. There's probably
That'd
someone
probably be
here
better.
that can heal.
I have nothing to really help with this. Next time I say it's probably a bad idea, it's probably a bad idea.
Fun, even.
With us thinking that it's potentially Isabel, I will find kind of the nearest guard-ish type person in charge of this area and
Mhm.
give a description of who it might be
Okay.
as potential assistance.
Okay.
Just basically kind of description of Isabel, saying it might be this person. I don't know, but we recently had some issues back in. I'm blanking on the name.
Cardassia.
This came from Cardassia.
Yeah. The guard kind of nods and makes a note of it, and hands it to one of the runners to kind of run some information around. As you lot are kind of heading back, yes?
I was gonna say that if there's guards nearby, Sigrun's gonna like tell them that the base is visible. Creatures can see it. I don't think she's done. I think she exposed us for someone else to attack. We need people stationed. We need people ready to fight.
The guard kind of looks at you and kind of huffs and continue standing where he is.
She's gonna be like him and look, I just dealt with this child. She wouldn't run away like that. She'd fight to the death. This is serious. And if I have to roll
Sigrun.
intimidation, I will.
Yeah.
Nick-
Roll
Nick is
roll
gonna
intimidation.
step in as she's doing this, and once she's done, just be like, drop it at this point. They'll take
That's
the
a
advice or they'll leave it.
13.
What? 13?
13, yes.
Guard kind of
So I
looks
don't
at
think I
you.
get I don't think I get advantage or anything.
Guard kind of looks at you and goes, whatever. And it kind of goes and starts letting the other guards know.
He's at least letting the other guards know, Sigrun, let's just go.
Nick, be on guard. I don't
You
like
think I'm
this.
not? You see Nick's knuckles are white around his bow. I'm gonna be walking
Nice.
towards the front, but I'm gonna try to move towards the back the moment I
Let
get a
me
chance
walk in
to.
front of you. If she shoots that whatever weapon it is again, it might not pierce my hide. It's
That
thick.
was a
It's-
gun, and it will. Those things were made
It's a musket.
by the humans. It's a gun still.
You wouldn't know what a gun is, though. They're not mass
It's a
produced in the
musket.
world. Muskets are
It's a
extremely rare, even.
It's a musket, it's a rare type of weapon, and it is very dangerous. Humans were one of the first ones to make it, if I remember correctly.
You know what's made to me? And she like kind of hits her chest and the high.
You
on
go
it.
in front then.
Nature.
Shogun, you stay towards the middle. Sarah, you in the middle too. I'll take up the back.
Are you guys going to head towards and exit this place immediately?
No.
Oh
No,
yeah,
I'm
we're
not
definitely
sure.
gonna.
Okay.
At least Sarah's
I
heading
think
back in.
I
Okay.
don't think we can
Yeah.
leave, right? The entrance got
That
sealed
entrance
off.
Well,
is
no, there's
sealed.
multiple exits.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Alright. As
Like
you,
any good secret hideout, there's always more exits.
as you lot head back down towards the lunch hall, it's rather large and it's quite decadent. The brickwork almost looks to have been either dwarvish or gnomish in making. It's very a lot of beautiful art on the walls and carvings. This place, it also, you notice there's a lot of scribblings everywhere that make legitimately no sense to non-magic casters. As you see a lot of like random spells written on the wall and lines drawing them together. To those with decent intelligence above 10, you would recognize that someone was trying to link a bunch of spells together to create something. And you do see more of the ethereal wolves here. There's a ton of them, in fact. This place is packed with almost 200 people. This is a really large, almost like a throne room sized room with tables and chairs set up everywhere. A line set up to grab food from the cooks that work there. There are all sorts of races mixed in with the group, chatting and relaxing as the day is going through. One of the people that's Sigrun, you actually recognize. There is a rather very large Scrofe sitting at one of the tables. He looks to be, you'd guess, roughly about 500 pounds and roughly about 4'5". You recognize this? That's the king of the Scrofe lands.
4'5", he's tiny.
He is, but he's very wide. And give me a history check to see what you remember about him.
Yeah. I don't know how much history she was taught outside of like battle history, but I'll roll and see. 4.
Thankfully, it's a pretty well-known story. This is one of the few kings that has ever been more focused on gold than anything else. He's very influenced by gold. But he's also well known for killing over 2,000 Heli in single combat. He is a very reputable warrior, and even though he is tiny, he has managed to kill his way to the throne. Everybody who's challenged him, he has always slain.
What's his name? If I
King
know that?
Sus. I made it before that term became big. God damn it!
No, I know. It's just I can't help it. Okay.
This book was started writing in 2014. For those watching, go ahead.
Okay. So he's there. Who's next to her again in the group order? I know she was in front.
She was standing in front of Nick.
Yeah, she'll turn to like kind of elbow Nick and like kind of jerk her head a little bit and be like, "There's the king of the Scrofe, great Jarl Sus. If you needed help, anything with the Scrofe, he'd be the man to talk to. I'd be careful with your words. He doesn't take kindly to challenges, but he does take kindly to the gold."
I have no intentions of challenging anybody, and we don't have the money to hire on anybody else right now.
Well, it's just
The only thing we have that's worth of anything is that bit of alcohol you've got.
No, might be worth it to him. Who knows? I know most Scrofe enjoy a good drink. She like chuckles.
But that is up to you on what we do with that.
Well, what is our plan, Leader? What are we going to sit on the ground and wait for the second attack to happen?
As you all gather around, sitting down with your meals.
No, but knowing Isabel, she's not going to make any more moves for at least a good hour or two.
But do you know Isabel? Because you thought she was a nice, cute little girl you were adopting. It turns out she's a vampire hell demon opening portals.
Nick gives Sigrun a sly smile. That doesn't mean I let my guard down around a child. That means I tried to let her show that I trusted and allowed her to believe that I wouldn't cause harm. She did. She slipped up. Why do you think I took the high point when we were in the Gnomish lands in that college?
Vampire and she was. Asked, no one did.
I knew she was
Why-
a vampire from the start. My intuition told me all I needed to know. You all
Why didn't
doubted,
you
though.
share this information sooner?
Did not ask.
You know what? That's
Ah.
fair, but important information like that should probably be shared with everybody sooner.
See, Shogun, me and you, we know what is up.
Shogun nods hastily.
Yeah, Sigrun just nods.
We definitely need to see if we can each get either our own gear or whatnot upgraded while we're here. I need to find a bow that's at least a bit better. My father's bow isn't going to hold out much longer.
Past the quartermaster and see what we might be able to do. I also should check in with the research division while I'm
Yeah.
here.
Let them know what I found out about the tree, what I shared with you guys, because that thing. It's a world eater, akin to a Tarask, but I'm gonna say probably worse, because you can at least fight a Tarask. I didn't sense any way to fight this thing.
Yeah, I feel like with most trees, you just need a sharp enough axe. We just need to find that axe.
Your
What?
axe is probably one of the sharpest in the world, and it wasn't even denting the branches.
But there are many other worlds, as we have found out. One of them is sure to have a axe. That can
Yes,
chop
Shogun?
it.
Why kill enemy when point enemy towards other enemy we could?
You mean
Opposite-
turn
Opposites.
Mechanus against the tree people?
Yes, yes. Opposites they are. Fight they will.
It's not a
But
bad
then-
idea.
How do we lure them to each other is the question.
Well, no,
Lure
we wouldn't
them.
really have
Don't
to,
need to. Near each other they are.
because the Dragonkin are in the what was the Gnomish lands, and the others came in the Dwarf lands. They'd probably spread out, but the moment they clash with each other, that'd probably be where all of their fighting power would go, would be to crush the other.
You
That
guys
is, and
see Shogun's head snap in a random direction.
Nick looks looks at him. What's wrong?
Doing something, Isabella, is powerful
I-
monster. coming.
Told you! The second attack is on
Can
the
we-
way.
Do you think we even have a chance?
Strange surge coming out of alone. No. Everyone here?
And
Me.
get the troops.
Nick is gonna stand up and he's gonna do something stupid.
30 miles away they are. A little.
Wait.
30 miles
Yeah,
away.
Sarah is the member.
We are in a stronghold. There's much powerful people than us here too.
We need to
deal with
inform
current
them, then
attacks.
let's get moving. They're 30 miles away, and I'm guessing they're moving fast. Most
Ah.
animals can cover that distance in about an hour,
Shogun
so I'll give us an
yells,
hour.
hides under the table.
Shogun is now hiding under the table.
Tarask.
Ah,
Tarask.
And that is our
Tarask.
cue to try to get everybody out of here now.
alright, you heard the goblin, and then Sigrun's gonna actually grab Shogun and hold him up. A Tarask is on the way. Ready yourselves, warriors.
Most of the soldiers kind of, for a second, let them look up and they're like, "Give me a second. I'm actually gonna roll this with physical dice.
Yeah, because I told the guard ahead of time to tell his buddies.
Give me a minute."
I'm just imagining Sigrun holding up Shogun and going, Simba!
Simba. It's
We need to
the
go get Terias.
circle of
As
life.
Sigrun holds Shogun into the air and shouts this, most of the ethereal wolves, they know who Sigrun is. They're familiar with her and Sarah.
I'm no liar.
And most of them just kind of look at you like, "Is this a joke?" And you see the king is kind of watching Sigrun very closely. And he just kind of, as you say this, he picks up his tray and kind of goes to empty it and walks off with his wife and the entourage of leadership. They head off into another room. Most of the people seem kind of confused currently.
Shogun sensed it. Nick speaks up before Sigrun does. Our goblin friend here, Shogun, sensed the Tarask. It's being led by the one who melted the... What exit was that? Which cardinal direction? Right.
Shogun is going to step into the mist out of her
Oh.
hands and be killed believe.
So, it's 30 miles inland is where Shogun was looking.
Yeah, Shogun is out of here. He ain't risking his life for what just happened.
Well, aren't you gonna at least leave with the group, man?
He's
Shogun-
leaving.
About to
Hello?
leave.
He wants you to come with. He's out of here.
Shogun
Yeah,
is
we're
now on the ground.
Sigrun, let's go.
Out of
If they
Sigrun's
don't want to
hands.
believe us,
Turn
then
to
that's
look at
their
them.
problem.
Mhm.
And be like, do what you want. We will face this threat. Cyrus be with
no, we
you
are
because
not,
you will need
Sigrun.
him.
We cannot fight a Tarask.
What?
It will kill us. Come on.
Well, we are going. I didn't mean
We're going to get
Tarrasque, I
Terias
meant
and we're leaving.
Isabel. Ah, but we can't kill a child.
Sarah's heading to the quartermaster and letting them do
Yeah.
whatever they're wanting to do.
Okay.
I'll follow Sarah.
You
to
go
the
with her.
master.
Make sure we all meet back at Terias.
While
We
okay,
don't
we're
know where Terias is.
in the
Cameron,
barracks. Yeah, he's still passed
Okay.
out. Yeah.
Cameron, I say that to you in Goblin.
It backing. He'll
Okay.
respond to Goblin with an oh shit.
As you lot are splitting, so Shogun and Nick heading one way, and Sarah and Sigrun heading towards the quartermaster. We're gonna follow Sarah and Sigrun for a minute. As you kind of push through, as a lot of people are starting to look a little more nervous, and you notice a few of them seem to kind of have a strange look on their face in the cafeteria. Those who are magic casters, and then you see the almost life drain from their faces as they start panicking and running.
Lord does not lie.
And more of the people following this start running as well, because now everyone can sense that there's something coming that's dangerous, as there's suddenly a strange magic to the world that isn't normal to this plane of existence. As you go running down the hallways, winding through, kind of pushing people aside, you finally come to where the quartermaster has set up a shop. He has a couple of smiths working under him. He looks to be an Aasimar, a bit younger than what Anton was. It looked very clean as far as his face goes. No hair. He shaved completely everything off, or rather appears with not having hair at all on his body. He's wearing a full suit of blackened dragon plate, and seems to carry a simple bronze sword at his side with some magic runes kind of carved into it. You don't know this man's name. In fact, no one seems to know this man's name. He just showed up one day and started working, and no one ever questioned it at that point. And everyone's just kind of referred to him as the quartermaster, as he's a man who can get just about anything. And as you kind of come running into his shop, he looks at you and goes, "Huh, I was closing up shop. It seems there are dangers about. Can I help you?"
I was hoping to see if you had any, preferably plate or breastplate and a spare shield.
He looks through his gear and goes, for you lot, he goes into his, he kind of pulls out this big chest from his pocket that seems to kind of expand in his hands. And he goes, "You're looking for breastplate, you said?"
Preferably plate, but if you got breastplate, that will work as well.
Plate. He looks there and goes, I've
Nothing
got...
special, just run-of-the-mill plate is fine.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I've got a few. He goes up to the wall, pulls down a thing of plate, and says, Here you go. It's just normal
Thank
plate.
you. You happen to have a shield as well? I mean, magical would be great, but regular is fine.
He looks at you and goes, I have many a shield. Shields of missile attraction, shields of higher values, something for spells, something for expression. I got one that yells at you.
What's the spell one?
He looks at you and goes, this is called the Spell Guard Shield, I guess.
I mean, if I can get that one, that would be great.
He goes, yeah, no issues. Your family, you're well known. He kind of pulls out of his chest the Spell Guard Shield and hands it to you and goes, good luck. Attuning to it should be fun. If whatever has been come around eats you, I will collect the parts off your body and resell them.
Sounds good, thank you.
He nods. And for you, young lady, he looks at Sigrun. And he's as tall as Sigrun and is looking her dead in the eyes.
Yeah, Sigrun just kind of, she thinks, because she was mainly just following Sarah, but she see her actually, for once, start to think, Do you have any of those, word in common, health potions? My party members are known for dying often.
I hear that. I tell you, these days, adventurers, they just don't make them as much or as great as they used to.
No, I mean, you think adventurers are supposed to run into danger, but my party members, they were cowering under the table. Ah, shame.
Yes, I feel you. I understand. Truly, I do. He looks and he goes, I have a few potions. Not many are that useful to you lot. I have some very basic potions of healing.
If it'll keep them alive, that'll do. I just don't want them dying on me. It's bad for my reputation.
He says, okay, this will give you greater healing, and he hands you 4 greater healing potions.
Alright, how much does it cost? Or is it
Nothing,
on the
he
house
just
tag?
handed it to you.
Alright. Greater healing.
Yep.
Let me add those. Alright, yeah, then Sigrun's just gonna look to Sarah. What's the plan, Sarah? Tarask on the way, Isabel up to her shenanigans.
Man looks at you suddenly and goes, Tarask? Oh, fuck.
Oh, yes!
Snaps his fingers and
goblin.
disappears.
Yeah. Oh,
And we
see,
should
he
check-
knew to listen to me.
Yeah, it's gonna take 10 minutes or so, 5 minutes, whatever it is, to put
10
on
minutes.
the armor.
Mm-hmm.
So once that's done, we can either go back with the others, but I should check in with the research division, give them all the info that we have, because I know that they'll pass on the info.
Okay. Which would you like to do? It's going to take you 10 minutes to put on the armor.
Yeah. Yep.
Can I assist to make it faster?
No.
Speed dress! Yeah, Sigrun's gonna stand guard near Sarah while she does that then, because, you know, that's her job.
Okay. So as you put on the plate, or the half plate, I believe it was, you feel, I mean, it feels comfortable. It seems to really fit to your, body a bit more, as that does count as a tuning to it for some weird reason. As you manage to get it on and get it sucks in and attaches to you a lot more tightly, you start heading down towards the research and development portion of the organization.
Yeah, basically we'll just find whoever's in charge, and we don't really have to go through it, but essentially give all information that we have, everything we figured out about the tree, what we knew about the draconic
Where they all die.
races, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
coming through. Isabel, just kind of basically give a full recap of all knowledge that Sarah knows, which I think is the majority of what the group knows right now.
Okay.
And then head back and try to find
Okay.
the group.
As you head down, you see a very a human, definitely, probably what looks to be a Nord. Okay. One sec. All right. As you head in, you see this variant human with this rather large afro, really fluffy hair. He looks to be in what looks to be almost like a gi or martial arts outfit. You don't remember this man at all. He looks definitely new to the group, but he is wearing the symbol of the organization around his neck as he turns to you. He is wearing a golden mask on his face, covering his face completely. And he goes, hello? There's problem. I don't have time for you. As he kind of like is throwing glass bottles around and mixing strange colored liquids as a small explosion happens. He goes, oh, that wasn't meant to happen. Can I don't need you here. Go, leave.
Okay. Sarah will look for like a research assistant type person, if there happens to be one.
There's no one else in
also
here.
that's-
Yeah, no, he looks to be the only one. By your
Okay.
guess, he was probably the assistant who got left behind.
Yeah. So yeah, head back to the group.
Okay.
Yep.
As you start turning around, you see another explosion. You see him smash into a wall, and then get up, dusting himself off, walks back in.
Tarask, 30 miles, be quick.
He goes,
That's
yes,
what Sigrun
yes.
says as she leaves with, Sarah.
I plan to drink its corpse. Wait, no, that's not right. And as you continue walking off, you hear him sputtering some random words.
What a
Oh, he messed up his language.
As
Guy can't even ask for help.
Okay, we're gonna come back to you guys in a moment. Nick and Shogun. As Shogun kind of appears at the hallway heading towards the exit, Nick, you kind of heading towards to follow him. Just as quickly as you see Shogun, he disappears yet again and vanishes completely. What do you do, Nick?
I'm gonna go make sure I grab Terias before I head towards a different exit than the one we went to earlier.
Okay. As you head towards the barracks, running past people, kind of shoving people out of the way as they're starting to panic, you come into the barracks that are completely empty, and you see there, where Terias was, is now a strange, red sack that seems to pulsate with light every few minutes.
Son of a bitch!
Something makes me think there might be a traitor among us.
I'm grabbing the sack and I'm booking it.
What's your push, or what's your left weight?
Oh shit.
Oh no. Not enough.
Oh no, it's
You
definitely
need
not
a board
enough.
for it.
Inventory. I'm near my carry capacity anyways, unless it weighs less than 18 pounds. I'm not carrying
Does
it.
not.
Do you need a bore?
With Terias's weight and the fluids as well as the shell.
Oh, he's in the sack?
Yes.
Oh my god. I thought
I
he
can
He-
drag up to. I can push, drag, or lift 240 pounds.
Well, that's good. He's about 400 pounds currently.
So I'm moving at a quarter speed to deal with this.
Just kind of grabbing one end of the bed and pulling it as it screeches along the brick flooring. Okay.
You're not getting me by a trusk today, damn it.
This is gonna take you, just to get to the door is gonna take you about an hour. Like, this is not by any
Can I
means
try to damage
light.
the shell?
Yeah, go ahead and roll to hit.
Just using a short sword. Now I can hit the broadside of a fucking barn.
What'd you roll? Okay. Yeah, that hits. I mean, it's kind of stuck, so really easy to hit. Alright, roll damage.
Okay, let's. I hope I don't stab Terias, but
He'll
Okay.
be fine.
As,
hopefully.
and are you doing this with your normal short sword?
I only have normal short swords.
Okay. So as you go to slam down on or go to stab this, you suddenly notice just as your sword's going down, it bounces off as a strange, almost like shell of scales appear right where your blade makes contact, and your blade cracks in half. It is now considered a dagger.
Hey, it's
I
not
will
size
move
that
short
counts,
sword and add a
right?
dagger.
Yep.
Motion of the ocean.
I sheath it and put it away, and I'll go wait by the door because I figure that Sigrun and Sarah will be on their way here. I don't know where Shogun went, so
Ding dong ditched us.
Okay. So as you continue to kind of pull this thing, it's gonna take you a little while, but
I'll be working on getting it closer to the door
Yeah.
as I wait for them.
as Sigrun and Sarah, okay. As Sigrun and Sarah continue running, you come back to the cafeteria, and obviously you don't see Nick. It's kind of emptied out. The hallways are a lot clearer, but you hear off in the distance strange, like, metal scraping sounds. And, it continues to squeak, 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 squeak. And after following it, you finally come back to the original barracks you're in, and you see Nick there, like, heavy breathing, sweat pouring off his face, Muscles
My
look
clothes are
tired.
absolutely soaked right now. The moment I step
Mhm.
outside, they're gonna
And
freeze.
you can see that the metal. You'll see the thing that he's dragging is the metal frame of this bed, and you can actually see that the bed legs are starting to kind of bend inward, or under themselves, and starting to tear as they're being screeched or kind of pulled along this cobblestone or brick, and then you see the large, almost like sack of flesh that keeps pulsing with light.
What are you carrying that for?
That's where Terias was sleeping. We gotta get him out of here too. We can't leave
Just
anybody
pick
behind.
it up then, and she goes to
I
like pick up
can't.
the red shell, the red shell off the bed.
It's really heavy, Sigrun. I mean, you have a good carrying weight, but this is a lot heavier than you were expecting.
Huh. Well, is it like attached to the mattress, or
Nope.
is it just the shell itself?
It's just the shell. You
Yeah.
just pick up this set, and it almost kind of for a second it stiffens on your shoulder, and
Yeah.
it's like carrying a solid piece of wood, if you will.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
it goes kind of flimsy and kind of pulls your shoulder down, and it gains about another 100 pounds on your body that you're carrying. So you're now lifting 500.
That is my carrying capacity is 570,
Yep.
including the 300 pounds of iron I believe I still had that Terios wanted me to have.
I
So,
think that was
if-
in the
if-
bag of holding, wasn't it?
Yep,
Yeah,
it got
I
moved
got
to the back
that.
of holding.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
then I have tons of carrying weight. Yeah. I'm only at like 200 something. Yeah, so
Okay.
she just like hauls him up on the shoulder, gives Nick a look, and it's just like, let's get going.
And as
Yeah,
you watch,
I don't know where
Sigrun's
Shogun went.
Sigrun's very
Of
slow
course.
still to walk, as this thing's still pretty heavy. You're not influenced by your speed, thankfully.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll
Um,
just have.
Mhm.
I'll just trek on.
As you lot kind of come out, you see, of course, you can see the doorway at this point, just slightly from this angle from the original one, has definitely as closed completely. The two other exits are on the opposite side of the stronghold. Will probably take you about an hour to get to. There are no magical portals anymore that go out of this base. What?
The entrances are they all above us, or are there any that
Yes.
are like exits that are lower down?
Nope,
Okay.
they are all above ground. They exit out into the giant field around you. And as you start heading towards the closest exit, about 5 minutes pass by and you start to smell smoke.
Son of a... I'm gonna pass on some information to them that I got from Shogun. Nick is gonna look at both of them and be like, it's more than just a Tarask. There's-
Of course.
There is more creatures. There's at least 5 ancient dragons. Probably more.
Sigrun's gonna look at Sarah and be like, Sarah, do you know of any nearby cave systems, underground getaway systems, anything underground that we could also use as an escape route? That is nearby, and I mean you could think a wide radius nearby.
I don't know, DM. Would I?
Sarah, give me a history check.
If not, or Sigrun herself, if she would know the land.
Sure.
I don't know that she would.
Give me a history check, Sigrun. Ouch.
Alright.
Not funny.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, totally.
Well, I mean,
Just needed a
the
zero.
dice on the screen was like spinning around on the nat 20, and then it flipped to 2.
Okay.
That's see, 18 minus 1, 17.
Yeah, good news. There's no caves or anything under this base. That's why this base was picked, was because there was no other way to enter it at all. There was nothing close nearby. Most Scrofe don't do their own mining. They raid and pillage to get their iron supplies. So there's very few mines in the area, and most of the this area was sealed up either magically or just naturally no stone was there.
Sigurd's gonna look at Sarah and be like, you told me when you checked this axe that the teleporting thing only worked underground. Do you think if we had to risk it, it would work above ground as well? You know more about the
Yeah.
magic than I do.
Everyone make a con save, by the way.
Oof.
Oh, great. Wait, we're technically underground. Nick's gonna look at her and be like, we're underground right now.
Well,
Destination has to be underground in order to for sure get there
Yeah.
in one piece. Otherwise, it should work otherwise, but
not nat 20.
Okay.
Woo!
Okay.
said
Can it be underground
Yeah.
anywhere in the world?
I don't know the radius
Teleport.
on this thing. I've
Oh,
never used it.
nice.
So everyone, Sarah, you succeed. Nick fails, Shogun succeeds, and so does Sigrun. Nick, you take 5 points of poison damage
Oh, great.
as the smoke is starting to fill the room.
So, will it work somewhere else underground in a far distance? Because we could try to go there. I don't know where the little
I know a
goblin
place. It'd be a pain in the ass, and we have to find Shogun.
is. Have to is a strong word. He went off on his own, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, you have
Let's
a
decide.
Sorry?
Describe the place to her, to Shogun and
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah,
Sigrun, and let's go.
Yeah, Sigrun's got the axe
It's a-
planted.
It's a cellar underneath a house that goes down 2 stories under a house. It's near the Tiefling Lands.
Do
Nick
you have a
looks
town
uncomfortable.
name?
It was in a small town. It was in a small port town. I can't remember the name.
Well,
It
let's
was my
hope this
homestead.
goes-
It was the Wheelwright homestead.
Oh, okay, and she's gonna cry out like in a loud, booming voice one last time. Shogun! If you don't want to die, come here and stop running or we're leaving you, coward! As she like plants her axe and gets ready to
You
teleport.
Sarah,
you hear in the distance the clashing of some swords, but go ahead, Sarah.
yeah, Sarah will just describe to, obviously never cast in herself, but kind of understanding the concept.
Mhm.
Picture what Nick just described in your head, and have that picture when you activate the teleport.
Mm. Yeah, Sigrun's gonna wait a moment. Does she hear any sound or any like sign of Shogun heading towards us?
Okay, one sec. So, Sarah, you suddenly feel, about a few minutes after Sigrun shouts this, the pulse of magic coming from Shogun as he seems to be releasing spells above ground. At this point, you'd guess he's fighting something, or he's just trying to let you know that he is somewhere.
Let's go.
To
Go get him, or-
teleport?
By the way, everyone give me another con save.
Yep. So is Sarah telling us to teleport or to go get Shogun?
Teleport.
Nice! Damn! Oh, very good.
Oh, I got a 21.
Okay.
Hey.
You all succeed. You take no damage. However, the smoke is getting thicker, and you can hear a
Alright.
fire roaring closer and closer.
Sigrun, she in
If
one
it
hand
helps-
she's
Nick presses his herbalism kit that was stored down there
Mm-hmm.
into Sigrun's hand. That's from there. I don't know if it helps, but hold on to it while we go.
She holds it up to her snout, inhales it deeply, and she closes her eyes. One hand on her shoulder where Terias's fucking blood cocoon is at, and the other on her axe planted on the stone ground. And she pictures the place, breathes, and focuses
Nick-
in on it. And she tries to cast teleport.
Give me a D100 roll.
Oh boy, this is gonna be great. Where's my D100 at?
You just need 2 D10s.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't.
I guess I'll just roll it with Avray. I don't trust Avray, but I guess I'll roll it with Avray.
I mean, if you don't want to, you can come out and grab my dice. I'm not using them.
Yeah, that component pouch should help because it's an item from there. So
Oh, so would it be advantage or no?
No, it
Uh,
has a
it's-
certain
it-
set thing.
Oh.
it's on the table. It's
Oh,
just,
okay.
It gives it a better chance.
Give me a minute. Let me just pull up something. Okay. So where are you teleporting to exactly? Remind me.
What
Nick's
Nick described was a
homestead.
cellar under a 2-story
The
house
root cellar
in a
underneath his
town.
house.
Yeah, on the
Okay.
Tiefling land. So somewhere in the Tiefling land. I don't know how
No,
familiar.
it'd be in a ruined town from when the snow was invaded.
Yeah, I don't know how familiar Sigrun is with there. I know she's been in the
Give me a
Dragon's
minute.
Gate area. I don't know about the
Um,
Tiefling lands.
All right. Give
Nick
me
would've
a
grabbed gold and made sure
pick
he
a number
teleported with
between
them.
1 and 10, Sigrun.
7.
Okay.
7 ancient dragons is what we run into as we teleport.
No.
I mean, I should have asked if Sigrun had a root cellar at her old home and just teleported there. Why did Nick?
Because Nick was the first one to come up with a place to go.
Okay, give me a minute. I just need to find a map. Give me one Okay. So as you, think about this for a minute, one sec, let me make sure. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pick a number between 1 and 8.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
7 again.
Thank you. You end up sitting or finding yourselves in a very dark room. All of you, including Shogun. Shogun just suddenly appears as well with you lot. As you kind of as you appear, do you yell, Nick?
No.
Okay.
No noises. We're still teleporting.
Had to ask. As you appear suddenly in this very dark room, it's really warm in here. And you can definitely sense you're underground. And as you all appear, those who have dark vision, you suddenly find yourselves in what looks to be a strange little rock outcropping that you can kind of see in what is definitely a deep cave. Very open room. And as you look around, you see around 200 red, almost ruby-like eggs that are about the size of Shogun as far in height.
Oh, great! I know where we are.
And the smell of dampness, and you can hear water trickling off in the distance, and almost in a slightly acidic scent is all around you. As you look down, for those with dark vision, you can see that there's very much a musky fluid on the ground at your feet. Yeah. What would you like to do?
Nick can't see anything, so he's just holding on to Sigrun.
Alright.
Sigrun's gonna lean in towards Nick very, very quiet. The quietest she's ever been, and be like, red eggs, Shogun sized.
Wait,
dragon?
she can see in the dark?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have dark vision thanks to my axe.
Nick would know that this is most likely a dragon's nest, wouldn't he, after that description?
Roll me a nature check.
Alright.
Red eggs, goblin sized.
There's the nearest exit. Shogun wants nothing to do with this.
Well, stop
Nature.
running, stick with us, and
Hey,
maybe I
how
can
about a
get us out.
22?
Oh, good. Yeah, here. Allow me to tell you. Would you let me PM you it, or would you like to hear it out loud?
Just say it out loud, because Nick will pass it on quietly to
Okay.
Sigrun.
Yeah, you're in the center nest of the Rubyback Yuan Tea.
Ooh.
This is worse
What?
than a dragon's nest.
Samples for sure.
You would also know that the queen guards this nest herself, usually.
But, given that we came here by accident, Yuan-Ti aren't always the worst things to deal with.
So wait, what would Sigrun
Can you
herself
teleport us
know?
again and get us the fuck out of here?
Sorry?
Yeah, I'm starting to think now. When, with, Dragon's Gate, were there, when, Sigrun went to fight there, would there have been any, cellars, in Dragon's Gate area? Since we're near there.
Yeah, plenty,
No.
but the problem is you can only use that teleportation once every 3 days.
Is that what
Read
this
the
is?
item.
Let me check. I know it said at will.
Yeah, in the spell it does, because I didn't assign spell charges.
Oh,
But if
3
you
days
read,
of fast. Yeah.
yeah, you're stuck here.
I
with
could
that.
give us an earth elemental if that helps.
That won't help. Shogun, I'm gonna recommend... I'm gonna look at Shogun very quietly, or at least in the direction that I think he's in. I'm gonna recommend you don't touch any of the eggs.
Shogun,
Just because...
from the
it will
opposite is he looking the wrong way? Is gonna
Yeah.
say, but I wanna.
In Goblin, Nick's gonna look and be like, do you want to cause all of our deaths before we can do anything to stop them?
Imagine what I could do with these things.
I can imagine
So,
it. I also kind of want to take one, but
For those
That's
with
not the
dark
point right
vision, the walls are slightly moving every once in a while.
so we
We're
don't touch.
definitely wrapped in the coils of some big, large snake. I don't
We're
trust
not
this.
gonna try and fight her. We're
Uh,
going to talk to her.
No, Sigrun's gonna hold a hand to stop Nick, and she's gonna turn to Sarah. what do you know about the Yuan-Ti and their relationships with the wolves or anyone else? And Sigrun's also going to rack her brain to like any information on the Yuan-Ti that would be helpful right now.
Can I think
Oh.
about history of the Yuan-Ti of specifically this clan that I might have heard?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Sarah, who's already ahead of the game, Nick, and Sigrun, give me history checks. Oh, and
Alright.
apparently Voss. All right.
No. Nick is
Oh.
not doing good today. He just got really stressed out with that information.
Try.
That's a 1. Not natural, but a 1. So Sigrun doesn't know anything. What are Yuan-Ti?
You do know they're scaled creatures that will eat you.
Yeah, I
No,
know
but
they're scaled.
Nick also got a 1.
I got a total of 3 though.
Yeah. Give me a moment.
Meaning I know what Yuan-Ti are, it's just I don't know much about the clan.
So, what was the question in form for Sigrun specifically?
The what?
What were you looking at? What were you trying to remember specifically, Sigrun?
Trying to remember like stuff about the Yuan-Ti, like what
If they'd be
races they're on
friendly.
good terms with, and also like what their relations might be to the wolves. Like specifically, she asked Sarah, "What
Okay.
are their stance on the wolves? Like, do we have any connections with these people?"
So, the only thing I will say is, Sigrun, you've never seen a Yuan-Ti with the Ethereal Wolves. At all. So, but that's about all you remember. Sarah, for your 20, you know outright that the Yuan-Ti are sworn into an alliance currently with with Tautler and his faction of Dragonborn, and have an outright hate for pretty much everyone. But Yuan-Ti especially hate anybody who serves the old High King, as he's kind of the cause of their creation. Their species is well known to not really work with many people or any other peoples other than reptilian, and have an especially large hatred for changelings, and genasi and goblins. And yeah, This is due to the wars during the Charring.
I slowly tuck Shogun.
However, I'm not
behind
done.
You don't know that.
You don't know this, Nick. Yes, that is correct. Nick, what are you trying to remember?
I was trying to remember anything about the clan in specific to see if I could work
Okay.
with them in any way and negotiate our way out.
So the
'Cause this was
Rubybacks
entirely an accident.
are one of 3 main clans to Yuan-Ti lands that you know of. I mean, it's pretty well known that they're one of 3. They're named this because of the very obviously brightly colored spots on their foreheads that have a rather large, almost ruby-like scale. The queen actually has her entire head is a almost sparkling enough like an actual ruby. They say that by the time you can see her face, you're already dead. That's all you get. Shogun, what are you trying to get with your history?
I have a very unique question.
Yeah.
As a race that knows when to run away, how to escape? Like Yuan-Ti. How to get away alive.
So as far as it goes, Yuan-Ti are known to, very similar to concepts of the worms, or the giant earthworms in Dune, or I think they're called like spice worms. It's been a while since I've read Dune. They dig massive tunnels under their ground. Some lead to the surface, and most Yuan-Ti do have exits out of their hives just in case, because they are considered a hive mind, at least under the queen. But otherwise, the only thing else you would know as far as escape is that most of the really large tunnels that do have exits in them, they were created by the Yuan-Ti princes, which are well known to be like almost 10 stories tall and just as fucking huge. These are massive creatures. And they tend to be typically very fast. So, there's not really many accounts of anyone getting out of these lands. You get only one account, and that is known as the Grim Legacy. They barely escaped the Yuan-Ti lands by wagon when they were on the surface. Zarius himself supposedly led the expedition and managed, after losing 3 of his wagons as distractions and half of his men, managed to barely get out with the Grim Legacy alive as they were chased to the border. However, the Prince Yuan-Ti that was chasing them did not follow them beyond the Yuan-Ti territories.
Mm.
And that's all you
We're
guys get.
teleporting into this place, don't we?
Yeah, some reason parties keep ending up here. I legit had Maya pick this at random as I was like numbering the
I shouldn't
countries.
have said 7 again. I
Yeah.
should have said like 2.
Well, 2 would have gotten you in somewhere a little bit better, but also a little bit worse for some party members.
No, that's fine.
But yeah, so as you're standing there, you can see the walls continue to move.
Shogun's scanning for tunnels.
You see nothing, Shogun. You see the wall, and it's huge.
No.
And it's
Which
slowly
one of us is the
squishing
most
in.
charismatic here? Because it's probably not me.
Does anybody have a passive perception above 17?
Let me check.
I don't think
I have a
our
passive
highest-
perception of 15.
I think our highest is a 15.
I have a 13, yeah.
All
I
right.
think Nick's highest perception.
Okay, Nick, I'm gonna let you give me a perception check.
Please.
Cameron, please.
D&D Beyond. 22?
Okay. You do see at the bottom of as you're kind of standing on well, somehow with your even as your eyes adjust to the darkness, still not really being able to make out much. Because of the fact that you do have dark, or you're the only one without dark vision amongst the party here, you do notice that whatever you're staying on definitely seems to be outlined as a kind of a jutting up cropping of eggs. Underneath whatever this is that you're standing on, you do see light coming from down there, and there looks to be something that's giving off light underneath whatever you're standing on currently. You realize that you could probably jump off this and go down to it, and, at the very least, maybe it's a cave.
Well, there might be a cave. There's light from beneath us, but I can't promise its safety. Shogun, do you have feather fall?
Shogun does have feather falling.
Ooh, let's do it.
Shogun also has the power to teleport. He can just teleport down there and check.
Yeah, no, we're not waiting here. This queen is... There's a queen. We're not waiting.
We'll be on my hands. Anyone who wants to grab on.
I'm
Yeah,
grabbing
I guess
Shogun's
I'll
hand.
grab 2.
We have 5 people, right?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think so.
I
Well,
can-
I have Terias on my shoulder, so yeah.
I'm holding on to just basically your loincloth side.
I can
So you're
affect-
not holding my hand.
Okay. We're all gonna leap off because I can affect everyone. Let's go.
Alright, give me a moment as I pull up the document. So you're all willingly going with him?
Yeah, and you don't have to hold on. It's within 60 feet. I can just affect.
Okay, not holding on then. Nick,
Like just make it happen.
we're about to die.
Okay.
Sure.
Give
It
me
was
a moment.
wonderful knowing all of you.
I'm just one sec. I'm just reading something because this is actually based off of another quest I designed previously, so I'm just making sure.
Are we going down to meet the changelings?
Yes.
Okay.
God.
Give me a minute. Okay. So as you walk in, you see a rather large cave that kind of opens up. At the other end of this cave. No, you end up in this cave. You've gone through the whole. You teleport through the hell and find yourself.
Oh no, we fell.
Yes,
we jumped.
you went about 50 feet now down under from where the hole was that you can now all of you can see as it's well lit. You come into this rather almost a huge cave that has been slowly carved out by the water. That you can see a little water path that seems to trickle down beside you from the top of it. And you see all around you this massive 50-foot cave by 50 foot tall. Like this is huge. There are golden candles everywhere that are lit, kind of lighting up this entire area. You can see trees bearing strange fruits that none of you have ever experienced or seen before, and what looks to be tilled dirt following alongside the paths of water. And as you look around, at the very top of it, near where the hole was that you fell through or that you teleported through, you can see a small doorway with a simple sigil of what looks to be a purple wolf in it. Okay. Are you casting that spell or are you ritual casting that?
I do not have it set to instacast.
Okay, so it's going to take you a bit. So as you watch as Shogun grabs a piece of fruit and starts ritual casting Identify, give me a moment to pull up my trade document.
Inquisitive Shogun is.
Oh, hey, someone's got to be. Trades another items, trading materials.
So far, it's been beneficial for me to identify everything, so I'm rolling with it.
True. Give me a moment to find this.
I don't trust you and your holy Avengers anymore.
Okay. So as you look at this fruit, it kind of gives off a strange black coloring. It's almost kind of crunchy looking, with red tears in it, very similar to like veins. The branches it comes off are perfectly green with brown stems, but the fruit is very strangely colored. As you take a whiff of it, it's definitely alcoholic, or almost as if it is fermenting. There we go. And as you you identify it, you realize this is fruit from a bleeding tree. Bleeding trees grant immortality. They're known to be very poisonous, however, to those who consume them. That is said to basically almost. Here, I'm just gonna grab the exact description.
I'm guessing it has to be like processed to not kill the person.
So, the bleeding tree's description, because I don't have the fruit, is a tree whose bark is extremely poisonous, but that bears fruit said to grant the very few the great abilities of immortality and godlike powers. However, to those that are found unworthy, or rather with not extremely high constitutions, this fruit will kill you outright, and your body will leave poisonous red smog about it until it's burned and disposed of. The tree gained its name for its red teardrop-like fruits and its ghostly white bark.
I have a spell for this.
How high is my con?
No.
You're immune to poison.
There is only one person who has ever in history managed to consume this fruit, and his name was Venzorwin.
Shogun's gonna flick his wrist. The fruit he's holding is gonna vanish.
What? Sorry?
Shogun's gonna flick his wrist, and the fruit's gone.
Okay.
Oh, great.
What was that, Shogun?
Yeah, wrist pocket.
No, I'm talking about the fruit.
Ah, magical fruit.
What
Mm.
kind
Kill
of
you.
magic fruit?
Shogun will just say
Is it
kill
tasty?
No.
Uh,
Kill you.
but
it will.
I mean, Nick said those one fruit would kill me and they didn't, so I feel like I have a good track record.
You suddenly see the face of a Yuan Ti coming through the hole from earlier. It's rather large, and it's staring right at you.
Who's gonna do the talking?
Nick steps up
you
for a
don't
moment,
want Sigrun
looking
to.
her back
Got it.
calmly.
Alright.
Thank you.
Nick, hello?
Nick just looks back at her, waiting for her to speak first.
It's
Politely.
not the queen. This head looks to be much smaller and has only a single red dot on its head.
Oh, okay. Nick is going to
Success, maybe.
bow slightly and say, hello.
Its tongue comes out of its mouth, wiggles a little bit, and it waits. Continue to stare at Nick.
Wants you to speak.
Yeah.
I apologize for the intrusion. We ended up here on accident. One of us isn't used to using teleportation and ended up here. We would normally have tried to find a way out, but we didn't want to try and disturb the eggs nor the queen. So we just jumped down here.
Its tongue continues to lick at the air.
Does it speak common?
Probably not.
I'll repeat it in all the languages I speak.
Which are?
He speaks. I know he speaks Goblin.
Goblin,
I
Infernal,
doubt it speaks giant.
Goblin, Infernal, Elvish, Dwarvish.
Okay. It kind of, as you finish saying in each language, it kind of looks at you, cocks its head, sticks its tongue out again, and then pulls. As the tongue goes back in, it starts to kind of move, kind of shimmy its way into the hole. It's a little larger, and as it kind of shimmies its way, you suddenly see the creature change into this white, white-faced, white-skinned, very almost pale-skinned body with this long blonde hair and these two bright red eyes. And he looks. The creature looks at you and goes, "Name's Felvin. How you doing?"
I'm
not
okay.
this
I wasn't
big,
expecting that.
Sam.
And you see before you is a changeling.
God damn it, DM.
So that's how you all survived.
I know this guy.
He looks at you and goes, "I mean, no." And the guy looks at you a lot and says, "If you go through that door, though, you'll find out a lot more than you need to know."
Yeah, I don't think we need to go through that door.
Oh, okay. Well,
Unless everybody else wants to try it. I don't trust random cave doors.
Sigrun goes over to like shake his hand and is grinning like, "Hello, I'm Sigrun Bjorneklo. It
You
is a pleasure
see-
to meet you."
his arm grows larger and more muscular suddenly, almost to a Goliath's forearm, and like manages to grasp the Grun's hand properly and goes,
Yeah, so she doesn't crush him.
I
Strong handshake. That is a good sign.
mean, I'm one of those magic believers, so not the strongest, but I try. As he smiles.
Yes, I've found myself surrounded by them. She looks at literally all the party, none of them are tanks.
Yeah, my brother was like you. He got eaten. But, by the way, your dwarvish, very good. Your common, very shit.
How is my common shit? It's my first language.
Have you ever been to Yuan-Ti lands before?
No?
Well, start speaking with with a longer S, and you'll be able to better communicate. Also, most of them would have just eaten you.
Sort of like
This is
Yes.
also true, but I was hoping maybe that we found a lucky polite one.
I mean, you did get lucky. As he smiles and goes, "So,
To be fair, I was waiting for the thing to try to eat them so I could kill it. She just shrugs and she's the axe that she had out.
he kind of looks down and sees Shogun and Sarah as well, and his eyes kind of draw to Shogun, and he goes, never tasted goblin before."
I don't recommend eating him. He's kind of integral for us to get out of here.
Give it a few days and I could get this back out.
Oh yeah, I highly recommend that. You should head through this other cave. As he points further down and goes, "Great place to go. Highly recommend. Probably won't kill you."
And what's
I mean,
behind
I've
the
had
door
worse
that
chances.
might not kill us?
It's your choice to go through the door, not mine. I don't care, truly.
Which way do you guys want to go?
Well, where do you come from? Where are you and your fellow colleagues staying at in this nest?
Well, we're all around, you see? As he smiles.
Do you have like secret entrances then that the snake people don't know about?
He looks up, he kind of looks back up at Sigrun, taking his eyes off Shogun, and winks at Sigrun and goes, "Oh yes, many secret tunnels."
Oh, great, then could you point us to one then?
Through the mountain.
I'll be honest, you're carrying a compatriot I would rather keep away from my people, if you don't mind.
Oh, what, this, friend? Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. Do you know what this, weird pod thing is? It's really heavy. If we could break him out, that'd be great.
I wasn't talking about him, but anyways, if you head down the tunnel that your goblin friend was heading towards, about 2 miles in, you'll find some creatures, probably a little resistance, nothing too terribly, but continue upon that path, and eventually you'll come to a waterfall and be able to, or find the exit of these caves. Most of the Yuan-Ti don't go down there just because of the fact that they don't like the waterfall. It's apparently cold and, snakes.
Snakes don't like cold. Got it.
Yeah.
I love the cold.
Okay. Have a good one, as he waves.
Yeah, that one
Nick
does
starts
that a
after
lot.
Shogun.
Please continue, my friend. They are rude to interrupt you.
He goes, oh, no, I've got to get back. And he starts turning back into a Yuanti. I've got things to do. Have a good day. I wish you the best.
Yes,
You probably won't die.
Enjoy your egg things. Whatever it is you're doing with the Yuanti undercover.
Existing. And he kind of smiles and heads out back through the tunnel.
Sigrun's gonna turn to Sarah and then like make a gesture after you, unless you want me to go first.
You can lead. Sarah will follow.
Okay.
Sure. Don't let the snake sneak up behind us and kill you, though. She like warns as she like follows after the others.
Okay.
Nick has his bow out and stops Shogun so that we can let the other two catch up
Like
and have.
how everyone keeps letting the tank not lead, instead go ahead.
Nick is actively stopping Shogun so that we can have the tank be in front of us because he did say there was dangers down here.
Look on attention.
Shogun, you know you're a bright
You
man.
can sit on my shoulders and then just like
Shogun is very
be in the
bright.
front. I
Shogun,
don't think he
please
is.
give
I
me
think
an
he's too
animal
silent.
handling roll
And
as you come across a giant footprint that catches your attention.
Oh no, my plan is terrible. I'm not very wise. yeah.
Is it a T-Rex? I love T-Rexes.
That's a 3. I don't know these things.
Do you
It's-
want to point it out to me?
It's definitely something large and pronged from what you look at. It's three-toed with one in the back.
Bird or T-Rex, dinosaur. Is this center of the earth?
It's very cold down this tunnel.
Dinosaurs could have been in the cold. We don't know.
Thank you
There's
for
a
the very
chance.
innocent comment. Okay. As you continue further down the tunnel, Nick, do you want to take a look at the footprint as you see Shogun stop and look at it, and then continue
Yeah.
walking? Okay, go ahead and give me an animal handling.
Great.
If you roll worse than Shogun, I will consider that, death. So forewarning.
Also, I'm letting the Scrofe lead now.
13.
Oh, now you are.
Alright.
Sure, you
Um,
don't want to go first, like you have been.
Support from the back, Shogun.
Yeah.
I am not at my keyboard, so give me a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use Terios's cocoon as a shield at this rate.
It's very defensive.
He's a weapon. Yeah, he's a blunt weapon at this point.
Nick is gonna stop Shogun and whisper in his ear in Draconic, not Draconic, in Goblin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sending
You're
it
not
to him
gonna
in
tell
PMs.
us? You're not gonna share the important information later?
As
with
Sigrun
all the
continues to
just
walk
had?
forward.
He's also gonna stop.
Yeah.
He's gonna stop Sigrun while he shares this information, then with Shogun
Hmm.
first, and then looks at Sigrun and Sarah and goes, "So, there's a dragon wormling down here?"
How tough are those ones?
By my best estimation, we might be able to take it. It's gonna be a really tough fight.
Dragon scales, pretty weapons.
Unless you think we could sneak around it, I don't see what other choice we have.
We're gonna try to sneak, I'd say.
Sure, I can definitely sneak. I could sneak. I will. I'll sneak then.
Okay.
Move
Uh,
stealthily. I'm staying towards the back.
Go ahead
Shogun.
and give me a roll
Mine.
for stealth.
Yep.
Everybody, I'm guessing, will be doing it.
19 actually. 17 plus 2. Hey yo.
Okay. Everyone is giving me a stealth
Sneaky.
check. Okay, 22. Shogun.
Don't fuck it
Nope.
up. I'll carry you if I have to.
Shogun. 22. Shogun.
Nice.
All right. Nick.
I think Sarah might be the least stealthy.
Fucking vanish.
Okay.
All three of us are just
And
gone.
Sigrun, what did you roll?
I rolled a 19 total.
Okay.
So I might be the least sneaky right now, but I am also the largest, and I'm carrying Terios's fat ass right now.
And
so.
lucky for you, they rolled shit on their perception. As you kind of continue heading further, you find more of the footprints. About 20 minutes passes by as you continue. It's starting to get warmer and warmer, to the point where it's actually starting to get to about around 80 degrees in heat. Like, you're starting to really feel it. Those wearing anything or any armor that's heavier than, or that's as heavy as half plate or plate are now sweating. Those who have thick fur are also now sweating.
I'm having a good time.
And as you get closer and closer, Sigrun, you said you're up front?
Yeah,
Yep.
they wanted me to lead, so I'm leading.
As you kind of come through, this tunnel's not narrow, but it's definitely a little too small for something of a dragon wormling to kind of come walking through. You kind of come up to this entrance where you can definitely see a wider room, and it's much brighter, and it's definitely emanating heat onto you. It's almost like 110 degrees, like you're walking into an oven as it smacks into you. And as you kind of take a peek around the corner, you see 2 red dragon wormlings basking in what looks to be large pools of exposed lava. Just laying there in it, and seem to be resting. You do see they have a large trove of gold and items off to the side in another room from what you recognize.
Nice. Can Nick see because of the lava lighting the
Yes.
area?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, then Sigrun just kind of paused and turned behind her, and she's going to hold up 2 fingers, and I'm sure the others are going to be able to catch on to that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Nick will
then
catch on, and from my best guess,
Yeah.
knowing dragon wormlings, how well would we be able to actually take 2 of them on?
You don't know. You've never
What
fought.
CR are they?
You've never fought a red dragon wormling, personally. You've heard stories that they can kill adventuring parties, but you're not familiar enough to know how strong they are.
She's gonna like make a gesture for someone like Shogun or Nick to sneak up beside her to also take a look. Probably
Yeah.
Nick or whoever wants to
Shogun,
come up.
I'll motion for Shogun to go do it because he can teleport back.
Still small.
Okay.
Yeah. So she like gestures him forward, points out the worm lanes, points out the treasure room. I didn't see any exit, right? It was just.
There is another. Or what you can. Or from this distance, you cannot see any sort of exit. You
Yeah.
just see a
Yeah,
large
so
hall.
She'll whisper that to Shogun because I assume he's like right by her. Be like, I don't see an exit.
So what do you do, Shogun?
What's the verdict, Shogun? Are we fighting or are we gonna sneak to the treasure room?
Shogun will take his first glance. Shogun doesn't really care for treasure. Shogun's gonna take his first glance around, see if he sees anything different.
Give me a perception check.
I'm really bad at these, but it's worth a shot.
Do you need me to? I already looked. I don't know if I can roll again.
No, you see the cave off to the side, filled with gold. From the angle you could see you see gold and a few treasures, and then you see the 2 wormlings just sleeping in the lava.
How tall is the roof?
About 40 feet tall.
Question, I assume, but Dragon's Breath's probably no longer on me, right? I mean, I don't know how long it took for us to teleport, but
It would not be at this point. Yeah,
dang.
it's an hour's
just
passed
lightning
at
bolt
least.
'em.
Yeah.
You can do it again.
Yeah, it could give me ice or something since they're fire.
It'd be
I'll
best
do
to
it-
use it on the lava, actually.
No, here's the thing. I have 5 elements. Let me choice. I have poison, lightning, fire, cold, and acid. Please take your choice. What would you like?
Well, Nick would know best their weakness, but that's if we choose to fight him. Sigrun's just waiting to see what you say. You're one of the smart ones. Be strategic.
Well, there's no exit, and there's a treasure room, and there's enemies. We could try sneaking into the treasure room without waking them. At least one of us, just to see if there's an exit.
Sigrun's gonna
Wait, how
look
far
towards
away
the treasure room.
Hmm?
Yeah.
How far
So,
away is the
from this distance, this hallway is about 60 feet long. It's about 40 feet from the one side of the opposite side of the room. From you lot, it'll be about 20 feet.
So I could teleport in.
Yeah.
Without
If you wanted,
Mhm.
and tell us if there's an entrance.
Yeah, then I can teleport right back and tell you guys. Okay.
Yeah. So Sigrun will nod and nod to that plan, and then she'll like gesture Nick and Sarah up to whisper it to
Nick will
them.
come up and take another look around, trying to spot anything different.
Yeah, look for traps or something.
Okay.
Perception.
Well, we're gonna start with Shogun since he's going to teleport.
Be right back. I will. Stay here.
Okay. Sugrun, as Shogun teleports, give me a perception check because you can still see.
Oh, okay. I see. Is he gonna be dead? Is he gonna be in deep, deep shit right now?
No.
That is a 10 total.
Okay. Alright, yeah, nothing seems to change. The dragons don't seem to even budge. Shogun, as you find yourself in this room, this is more gold than you've ever seen in your life. This looks like what you would expect in the vault of a kingdom.
As someone before.
Yeah,
This is
the
Don't
gold
take
piles
one,
are
it's
as
a trap.
tall as Sigrun at this point as you look around, and you see items
8
that
feet.
books, magical objects, all in different varying sizes. This is a proper dragon's hoard. You also see in the center what looks to be a giant dragon skull just laying there, along with a few
Shogun,
other bones.
Don't you dare loot squirrel.
I love that term got fucking used. I'm coining that one day.
Is any of the
What's
gold,
the term?
Loot squirreling. Shogun?
is any of the gold cursed?
You don't know.
I have detect magic. Is any of the gold?
You detect a lot of magic.
Is the magic on the gold?
There's magic in this entire room.
Oh god.
Should have had Sarah there. I think Sarah has a identify.
I do too, but I have to touch it to identify it.
Oh.
I cast Unseen Servant.
Okay. An unseen servant suddenly does not appear in front of you.
Anti-magic.
No, the spell went off. It's unseen. You
You
can't see
can't
the
see
servant.
them.
That was the joke.
Work. I was like, oh,
No, it worked.
Oh, where's my servant? I can't see them.
exit.
This spell does not work.
God damn
Wait,
it. Yes?
is there any exit, or is it just that one door I came in?
You don't see an exit. You just see piles of gold.
You said there were magic books?
Yeah, plenty.
What do we got? What do we got? What schools am I?
You,
Why are you loot squirreling? You should come back and let us know.
I'll be back shortly.
You see an exit?
Loot squirrel, you motherfucker!
Give me a minute.
Give me a moment. Let me pull up
You
something.
dirty loot squirrel!
I'm a goblin. What do you expect?
You dirty fucking loot squirrel!
Knew we shouldn't have sent him.
Goblin.
If
He's
he
running
takes too
off,
long,
now
Nick
he's
will
taking
try and
loot.
stealth across.
No. I'll be back in a moment.
They are all transmutation spells. Books.
I'm taking one.
They're all purely transmutation. Okay. Give me a D12 roll. Or D10. I'll take either.
D10 or D12? I'll do D12. That's a 3.
Okay. Give me a moment to pull something up.
ACS Builder, I'm only taking one, and then I'll come back.
Give me one moment to pull this up. Come on. It takes a minute to load. There we go. There is quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Give me a D20 roll.
Rolling. It's a 15.
Okay. You get a spell book of water breathing.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go teleport back to them after I store that away.
Okay. Sigrun, give me another perception check.
Alright. Don't die, my friend. Don't die.
At least you know it's me. You'll see mist in front of you.
18.
Both dragons are staring right at you right now as you see Shogun reappear in front of you.
Yeah, she's
Do
gonna
I
kind
see
of
this? As I've moved
It's
up?
pretty clear, yeah, to see that they're both glaring at you guys.
So,
I'm gonna look
is
back
it
at
fight
him,
option now?
I'm gonna look
There's
back
no
at Sarah and be like, do you want to try talking our way out of this, Mr. Tonic speaking?
Sarah?
What do I know about wormlings? Because I
They're
know that
red.
they're technically dragonkin, but
Roll a history check.
Because as a player, I think they're basically a dragon animal. They're not intelligent.
With a 9, they are intelligent creatures. They are the baby, or what is considered a baby dragon, or the stage below young adult.
Okay.
So typically in age, they're not considered mature. Let me pull up the dragon. Exactly what it's considered, because there's actually a chart for this in Faerun. So they are roughly about 0 to 5 years old. These ones are clearly somewhere closer to 5, as they're a little bit larger, but they are not considered young adults yet, or any higher than that. They're not even very young.
Right.
And to give you, that's what they display as.
Yeah. Sarah will, in Draconic, say out loud, "We do not mean to intrude on your area. We are simply looking for a way out of these caves. If you will let us pass."
Roll persuasion.
Are you charismatic?
I'm gonna roll twice for
Sure.
those.
Oh, I actually rolled
If they
well.
start arguing,
One of them looks at you and goes, "You lie." And the other goes, "He tells the truth." As they don't know gender based on moral beings. And they start glaring at each other. And they start
pit them
arguing.
against each other. Pit them against each other. Nick is gonna look back at her and whisper in her ear, "Pit them against each other. They're gonna fight. It's better that they do it than us."
What do you do, Sarah?
He's watching the reaction.
I tell the truth. Our friend here just scouted ahead to see if there was an exit out of the next room.
Shuan nods.
Give me a
There was no
persuasion check.
Another one right in the middle. Come on.
They both look at you and go, "You lie!" And they charge. Roll
Son of a
initiative.
bitch. I'm jumping to the back immediately
Yeah, I
as I
had
see
one
that.
final thing. I was waiting for them to get aggressive to send it.
It will not work before you get the chance, because this would have been considered surprise.
Oh!
15 for Sarah. Nick 9.
God damn it.
Shogun.
Lemonade, quick but listening.
Yeah, you're good. Sigrun.
What am I rolling?
Initiative.
Oh, great! I missed that part.
Yeah, they're attacking.
Of course. Well, I guess this is combat time. I'm excited.
You should be.
Use Terias's body as a bludgeon.
Yeah, that is an 8.
Okay. Alright. At the top of the round, both wormlings go first. And both of them are immediately, realizing what's going on, going to fire breath towards you lot at the entrance to the cave. Oh, that's the recharge. Ignore that. I need a dexterity saving throw from everyone. Sarah can do it when she comes back.
22 for me.
Check something
That
really
succeeds.
quick.
19.
I get advantage
Succeeds.
because I can see it. Deck save time. All right.
Sarah-
That's 8.
Sarah fails. Everyone but
What a
Sarah
19.
succeeds. You take 35 points of fire damage, Sarah. And the rest of the party you take half, which is... Let me do math here. Oh god.
You said 35 damage.
Yeah, 17 damage to those those who succeeded.
Is this magical? Does it count as
Yes.
magical or no?
Yes, this would.
Okay. So would my hide half it?
Yes. So
As
you
well.
take
Alright.
8 points of damage.
Nice.
Alright, that's that one. It will now be a while before he comes back. The second one is not going to
Uh-oh.
bother wasting its fire breath and is going to run to guard the gold and is going to move over to the other tunnel and sit at the entrance and wait.
Is that the one that believed that we were telling the truth?
Yes. All right. Sarah, you are up.
Okay, sorry, just finishing math here.
You're good.
Because as a reaction, I used absorb elements to absorb 4 points of that.
Okay.
So you'd take 31.
Yeah.
Oof,
Ouch.
he needs some healing.
Actually,
Bananas
with
be
my
like, I
buff,
need peeling.
I'm fire resistant, so I took
Half that.
15.
Yep.
Oh.
But I had to take the absorption off before I did the resistance. So
Yep.
okay. Okay, said my turn.
Yep.
How close is the one that breathed on us? I assume pretty close.
He is about 40 feet from you currently. His like main body. Yeah.
Yep. I will, because
Rage.
Sarah's been kind of concentrating on the suit to try to make it into her arcane armor
Mm-hmm.
while we've been doing stuff. So, and she did the infiltrator version, which is the lightning
Mm-hmm.
one. So I am going to lightning launcher
Ooh.
that one that breathed on
You're
us
not the only one with the elements.
Okay.
for 15.
15 to hit. Does not hit.
Okay. That's all she's got.
Okay.
Yeah, no bonus.
Okay. All right.
Um,
Anything else?
She will move back. Her full movement 35 feet.
Okay.
Because she gets an extra 5 with this mode.
Okay. As you fall back, dragons don't seem to do anything. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's
Okay.
it.
Nick, you are up.
Okay, good. I'm still 40 feet away from that dragon, correct?
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm not gonna be moving. It's time to. Nick is gonna hold up his longbow and take aim.
Okay. All right. Take a shot. 9 does not hit.
That's a nat 1.
Oh, roll again, please.
Here's where Nick dies. Everybody, have fun.
From a heart attack. No, he's alive. All right, you're good. All right, Nick. Yeah, first attack misses. Careful, +8 too. Yeah, that hits. You managed to hit on the second one. Which one are you attacking, by the way?
The one that fire breathed me.
Okay. All right, roll your damage as you shoot an arrow at it and manage to pierce its scales. It roars with hatred towards you.
7 damage. Bonus action towards the end of my turn.
Okay.
That one's getting Hunter's marked.
Okay. So that's advantage on all attacks against it?
No, it's not. I rolled the wrong thing. Hunter's mark. Every time I hit it with an attack, it takes an extra d6 of damage from this point on.
All right. Sounds good. Okay, anything else?
Bonus action. Free action tells Shogun to back up a bit.
Okay. Don't worry, Shogun, you're up.
Yeah, I'm doing something before I back up. I'm gonna cast Ice Knife.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna see if, because even if it doesn't hit, also, so that's a 17.
17 hits.
Okay. I get to do a D10, and then damn, that's only 1, but that's not the good part of the spell.
Okay.
How close is that other dragon to that one?
Within 10 feet.
I think the distance is. Oh, it's within 5. All right. Well, the one I hit has to make a dex save.
Okay, it will make a dex save. 19.
It succeeds.
Okay.
So I think that's half, if I'm not mistaken. No, it just doesn't take any. That's disappointing.
All right. As
An
it takes.
explosion of ice and cold air is there now though.
Yeah, there's this cold starting to go away really fast. There's lava right there.
I was to say it chills for a second and then relaxes. All right. Anything else, Shogun?
Yeah, I'm backing off.
All
so
right.
that I'm not in their flame breath range anymore. I'm at 7 health.
Okay. As you fall back into the tunnel, you go in your full movement. Okay.
Oh man, I forgot to give people health potions before this started.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
Sigrun, good news, you're up.
Great.
Then you have health
40
potions.
Yeah, 40 feet away, right?
Yeah, you can. Or you? Yeah,
Okay.
the closest one. Yep, yep. Or the closest one is within 20 from where you guys are.
Oh, the
Draco.
closest one's within 20.
Mhm.
Okay, good. Yeah, so Sigrun's gonna... It's a free action to, like, drop or, like, hand items. right?
You can drop the ball or the embiotic fluid capsule.
No, the health potions.
Oh, are you
Is
just
what
gonna
I-
set the health potions down?
Well, I was gonna think about dropping
I'm
probably,
standing
like, what,
by them.
2? Yeah, or, like,
Nick,
3,
you
because that
moved
would
back.
be...
No, I didn't move back.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
right.
use my movement at all.
That's right. Yeah, you can set them down if you want. I'd say that'd be a free action.
Yeah, so... And then... Would it also be a free action to drop Terias, or...
Yeah.
would I
At
have
the
to
same
choose between
time.
the two? Okay, yeah. Then
So-
I'll,
As you drop
Drop 'em off.
Terias, you hear the thing kind of slumps in the ground, leaves a nice dent in the ground, embedding itself slightly. And as you set the potions down off of your
Yeah.
belt, you are now back to being unencumbered by things.
Yes, and you see her, like, stretch her shoulder blades, and she grins as she gets her axe ready, and she's like, I wasn't expecting a fight so soon. And then she exhales breath out of her nose as, for a bonus action, I rage,
Okay.
and she grins as she gets that wild look in her eye. The wolf, like, imprint on her chest beginning to faintly glow again as she grins, but I'm ready for it. I'm gonna move the 20 feet up to the thing,
Okay.
and surprise, I know, wasn't expecting this, I'm gonna try to hit it
Okay.
with my axe.
Roll to attack.
Yep,
No one has seen this move since the Great Barbarian Wars.
I just gotta check some things. Melee weapons, resistant. Okay, I don't get a second attack yet. I thought with my level up I did, but that must be next level.
Yes, that'd be level 5.
Alright. Yeah. Not 1 plus 9.
Roll to confirm.
6.
Okay. You do not hit as your axe just kind of bounces off the red dragon and it chuckles.
She glares at it, and then she said, I know it doesn't understand, but she says in common, I'm just warming up. Trying to see. I use my bonus action, movement, action, I don't think there's anything else I can do at the moment. So, yeah, I guess I'm here, guys.
Okay. Give me a moment. I am going to go ahead and roll something.
What?
Okay.
Won't be laughing much longer when I actually hit it.
Alright, back up to the top of the initiative. The dragon who used his fire breath and has been shot and stabbed with it so far is now going to... It's going to take 5 to 6 recharge on 5 to 6. It does not recharge its fire breath.
Thank God.
It is going to move the 10 feet over up to Shogun. And
Wait,
go-
Shogun moved.
Attack of opportunity.
What?
or not
Shogun moved
Shotgun,
back.
sorry, Sigrun.
Oh.
My
I
bad.
Yeah, well, I'm already
Same
in
name.
melee of it.
Yeah, so it's going to get as close as possible to you. Does a 15 hit, Sigrun?
A 15's right on armor.
So no, on players. Alright, and that's
Yep.
all it can do.
So it bounces off my hide, and I laugh at it.
Second dragon that's guarding the golden nest that hasn't used its fire breath is just going to take a bite out of Sigrun. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Okay. You take 7 points of piercing damage and 5 points of fire damage, which is magical.
So,
Okay.
2 point.
2 point, half is 1, and then half of 7 would be what, 4?
Yeah.
3?
3.
Okay, so that would be like 4 damage total.
Yep.
No, you.
Yep. Because the fire gets half from rage, and then gets
Which
half
is
again
1.
because it's magical.
And then
Yeah, which is why
the
it's
bite
one.
is 2, so
And
it'd be
then-
3 points of
yeah.
damage in total.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Alright.
Sarah, you are up. As you
Don't
can,
die.
as you have
Grab a
distanced
potion.
yourself from the entrance to this little nest.
And Yeah, you said that the dragons themselves are wormlings are pretty close to each other.
Yes. And you've ran back, so just as a heads up, you'll have to use your movement to get back up to the cave entrance. Because you cannot
Yep.
see them from where you're standing.
Okay. I will move up so that either I can see them or they're within 60 feet. I'm
Okay.
shooting for like around the 50-foot mark.
Yeah, as you can angle yourself to where you can see them at about 50 feet.
Let's see, 1 second.
Not a problem.
No. I'm gonna go more about the 40-foot mark.
Okay, as you move up another 10 feet.
And then I am going to cast Fairy Fire,
Okay.
trying to place it so that it only hits the 2 wormlings and not a Sigrun.
Sigrun
It's a
will...
20-foot cube.
Okay. You can set it up to just hit them barely, being touching both them and avoiding Sigrun.
Okay.
Do they need to make a save, or is it just outright?
Dex 15.
Okay, so that's 2. It's a 14, so that's a fail, and that's a 4. So, yep, both fail.
One's very
They-
clumsy.
Yeah, they both start glowing slightly, and now any attacks have advantage.
Okay.
Perfect. I've been waiting for that.
You hear one of them go, "Brother,
Ooh.
I am flaming."
The glow.
Anything
then-
else there?
How close or how far into the cave did Sarah have to move? Like, where's the cave?
You're at the, you're about 10 feet from the entrance, directly.
Okay, I'm gonna back up 5 feet
Okay.
and stay there.
You are now out of their vision.
I want to grab a potion.
Okay, yeah, there are still 4 greater
Oh.
healing potions
Oh,
just on the
oh.
ground at the cave
Well,
entrance.
3. Sigrun kept one
Okay.
on her.
So if I
The one for
move
each
back
one.
5 feet, I lose vision of them.
Yes.
Okay, then I will not do that, but I will grab a healing potion and try to stay so I just have vision of the dragons.
Okay, so running up to
Just
it,
use
you'll be
Nick as
at
a
the
meat
entrance,
shield.
and you can still see, but still have a wall blocking you.
Crouch
Perfect.
down behind Terias's cocoon.
All right.
Use it as like a shield.
It's not that big. Nick, you are up. What would you like to do?
Can I use a free action to pick up one of the potions sitting by me?
Yeah.
I'm doing that, and then I'm gonna take 2 shots again, but
Okay.
at the one of them, and this time I'm gonna be using each time on the one that I hit Hunter's marked anyways,
Okay.
and each time I'm gonna be using the sharpshooter feat, so I get -5 to hit,
Okay. Cool.
Advantage -5.
but I have
I like-
advantage, so
Yep.
Yeah, but like plus 10 damage or whatever.
so that's
That
a 20 to
hits.
hit.
That hits.
Oh my god.
This is for the advantage, so okay, 20. So this is gonna do plus 10 damage, and then another d6.
7.
So 17, 18 damage on the first attack.
Why is it 18? It says 7.
The
Hunter's mark, and then plus 10 from the feet.
Okay.
from the
Alright.
feet, 10 damage because I took -5 to hit,
Okay.
and then my next attack I still have the advantage thanks to Fairy Fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's -5.
That's-
22 to hit.
That hits. Yeah.
That's 5 damage plus Hunter's Mark again,
Okay.
and plus another 10, so that is another 18 damage on it.
Okay. You see as
That
both
thing
your
is-
arrows land, and it kind of screeches out as fire comes kind of a little bit bellowing out of its mouth. Not as an attack, but as it's like in pain, and it feels the arrows, and it in both of its shoulders. It's slightly having problems moving now.
Can I use the bonus action to drink the potion?
Sure.
I'll down the potion. It's a greater healing
Greater
potion.
healing.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll
If
look
you
that
need
up
to
and
remind you what
roll
it
that.
is, I can.
How much do I
It's
heal?
44 plus 4.
Mhm.
Yep.
44 plus 4. Okay,
Only one charge.
that's fine because that's gonna heal 12. Chug it and
Okay.
just toss the bottle aside at this point.
Okay.
Chump points.
Okay. So, all right, we'll move on to the next person.
Shogun.
Shogun, you're up. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go back up to where I can hit.
Okay. As you walk back up.
I want that healing potion. My health is really low.
All right. You grab the healing potion between that
Yeah,
was
good thing
between
I
Sarah
dropped
and
them.
Nick. Yep.
And please get a good amount of health. I'd appreciate it. 16. Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
You're now what, at like 20
23.
something now?
20.
Yeah, 23.
Alright, and I'm gonna do something interesting. I don't think I'm close enough to do my... How close am I to the nearest?
If you go up to the entrance into this little nest, you would be within 20 feet of the one of them. The other one is currently about 30 feet away.
I'm gonna use Molder to drop a rock on the one 20 feet.
I said,
Don't
how
rush
tall
deeply.
did I say the wall? It was 50 feet? 40 feet?
I think we
40 feet.
Okay.
I didn't know because it moved. I didn't know if it was 40 all the way.
Alright. One sec.
I'll climb it. I have to.
How
No,
much of
no.
a cube? How big of a cube of rock is this again?
No, I'm just doing no, don't worry about it. So okay. Piss off, I don't need to see the ad. Alright, so okay. Alright, so give me 4d6 roll, please.
That's 12.
Alright, and which one are you launching this on?
The one Sigrun's fighting.
Oh, Sigrun's fighting 2 right now.
Oh, well, the one that Sigrun tried to hit first.
Yeah, the one that's right on me.
Oh, okay. So the one guarding the treasure hoard. Okay, so as you launch it, the rock kind of smacks into its back and it screeches out a bit in pain as the creature seems annoyed more than anything as it's looking up at the above ground, or looking above it.
Yeah, they're
It's distracted.
It's exactly. And that's all I can do.
Okay. Sigrun, you're up. You've got 2 dragons
Yes.
now.
And I've advantage to hand both of them, correct?
Yep. And one of them looks a bit bloodied as it's got 2 arrows or 3 arrows in it and an icy knife stuck in it.
And
Okay.
No.
if I don't move, I get an extra action, correct?
Yes.
Right?
Mhm.
Okay, it's been a while. Let's see, that's okay, 19 plus 9. I assume that hits on the more injured one.
Yep, that does definitely hit.
Alright, so let me roll my damage, which is
Kill it.
technically two-handed, because I dropped Teria, so that's, to do our 1d10 plus 9, and then, I also have the, what is it called? Divine Fury, right? Yeah, Divine Fury, which is another 1d6 plus 2, as her wolf tattoo glows and the axe glows with it, which is another 8.
Okay. It
Damage to
screeches
that
in
one?
pain as blood is now starting to gush out.
Oh, don't worry. I'll make your death quick. And I'll hit it with my other attack.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
That's, hopefully I get higher than 2. Another 19 plus 9.
That hits! Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, and she just dives after it again. Like,
We didn't want to
just
fight them. We were trying to be
locked-
peaceful.
Yeah. Locked onto this one, bloodthirsty. That's a 16. I don't get the Divine Fury again, but she slashes right back into the open wound she had cut prior, just like cutting deep as she can into probably it's like shoulder or chest or something, just laughing maniacally.
As you continue to slash, laughing at this creature, you finally manage to get enough strong enough hit, and it cuts right into what you recognize as the dragon's heart. As the creature screeches out in one last pain, blood pouring out of its mouth, it collapses, and the other one looks terrified. Roll intimidation, please.
Oh.
Can I give that advantage since I was shooting arrows into it and just shift my gaze slowly to the other one?
Well, this is for Sigrun. She's the one laughing maniacally as she's killing this creature.
Yeah, that
Just wanna try and give
is
advantage.
a 7. I didn't get a good roll on it, but
Give me a moment. It looks at you angrily and is ready to kill you.
She looks back at it like arms slightly open, like come at me.
Okay. All right. Anything
She
else,
is
Sigrun?
fearless. I believe that is all I can do, really, actually. So yes, that shall be the end of my turn.
Okay. Alright, that's taken care of. That dragon is dead. The second dragon,
Being a tank is fun.
who hasn't used its breath weapon, is going to only focus on Sigrun. Sigrun, give me a dex save.
Well, lucky for me, I get the advantage because I can see this.
And you're resistant to it doubly.
10, and then that's okay. So 10 plus 2, so 12.
You
Probably doesn't
fail.
save. Yep.
Taking 31 fire damage.
Halved and halved again.
So halved is
Yeah.
15, halved again is 7.
All right. Yep. The flames like kind of singe her pelt a bit, but you see she just blows off like some fire on her shoulder and shrugs it off, kind of like, oh, is that all you got?
Okay. And the dragon looking irritated, that is the end of its turn. Sarah, you are up.
Okay. Sarah just kind of pulls back the arm slightly and lightning shoots out again, trying to hit the last dragon.
Alright, roll to hit.
19.
19 hits. Roll damage.
Ari doesn't need another
6.
tank. I'm
Okay.
tank enough.
6, and then not moving, so I'll do it again.
Okay. Roll to hit. That hits. Is that not? No, okay. 10
No.
points. Alright, as you shoot out these lightning lances of sorts, shaped like swords, if I'm correct, right?
I just kind of pictured them more as just like essentially like a lightning bolt.
Okay.
Basically.
So as you
Zeus's
shoot,
lightning bolt.
as
Yeah.
lightning shoots out from your hands, exploding into the dragon, it kind of just goes right past Sigrun's head on both sides as you hit both times, causing the dragon to get electrocuted and kind of stunned and shocked, and it looks very confused by what's going on as it didn't even notice Sarah in this during this combat. And it looks kind of starting to get like it's scared. It's starting to back up a little bit as its like leg kind of pulls back a little bit and it sets it back down to reassure itself.
Okay. I was
Alright.
gonna say if it moves away, I'd opportunity attack it, but
Nope.
it's standing its ground still.
All right. Anything else,
Not for
Sarah?
long.
Nope, that's it for the turn.
Okay, Nick, you are up.
I'm gonna use bonus action to move Hunter's Mark from the dead corpse to the living dragon, so it gets an arrow above its head pointing down at it magically,
Okay.
and 2 shots are coming right at it.
Okay, roll to hit.
This one I have advantage on as well, so I'm gonna be again using the sharpshooter, so -5 to hit.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot about advantage.
Does a 14 doesn't hit? I'm guessing.
No, 14 doesn't.
Damn. Okay, next attack. That's -5, so 19 or
19 hits.
okay, 19 hits, so that is 6 plus 10 plus another d6, so 16 plus 3, that's 19 damage.
Okay, the dragon screeches out as the arrow lodges itself right in the throat. Blood comes spewing out. The creature looks terrified. It's ready to run.
Shogun, finish it!
Okay.
Oh, hey, that's my job.
All right, Shogun, you are up.
Crushing out a rock.
You're gonna do the same thing
Okay.
again.
I mean,
Rock.
Not gonna give me fire breath.
All
most
right.
of my spells are fire, and my only other spell is gonna hit Sigrun as well.
Give me
We'll
a
survive.
4d6 roll, as this creature isn't moving.
Wait, you'll survive. I don't want to hit you.
He's trying to be nice.
Okay.
Uh,
As the rock
I'm
slams in, the dragon's head kind of drops to the ground from it, and it kind of lifts it back up, shaking the rock off, and it looks stunned and dumbfounded by the situation. Anything else,
I guess-
Shogun?
Since I'm not moving,
Yeah.
I should do it again.
Yeah?
Awesome.
More rock!
More rocks.
rock.
That's 20.
As the rock comes falling down onto the dragon's head, this time, dragon not really, still being in a daze, doesn't have a chance to kind of prepare itself for the slam. As the rock smashes its head down into the ground, you see the rock actually lodges itself in the skull, killing the dragon and embedding it into the ground itself. That is the end of combat.
I'm after combat, I'm gonna go collect my arrows and try and get some scales.
So,
Yeah,
you couldn't
I'll,
wait like
uh,
2
I
seconds?
will
Jesus.
do
Okay.
yeah. As well
Is
as
there
after.
any- Oh.
You go ahead. I'll focus on
I
my
was
other
gonna
thing
say,
afterwards.
there's no other like threats, nothing else to hit, right?
Nope.
Yeah, that Sigrun's gonna kind of just like give out a war cry, pump her chest, kind of like, I guess, let the rage kind of filter out of her body. So she's probably just gonna be like amped up in victory for a bit, and I guess she'll, while still kind of raging for the like few seconds or whatever she has left, she'll start to carve the beast with her axe.
Okay.
Just rage carve.
I'm cooking blood with the vials I'm carrying.
Okay. So we're gonna come to that here in a minute. First off, so Nick said he's gonna get his arrows back. Nick, you fired a total of 8 arrows, if I'm doing my math correctly.
Correct.
You managed to get 4 of them back.
All right. I'll
That's
take
good
sure I
ratio.
reduce my count.
Yep. So Sigrun, you wanted to start chopping up the body.
Yeah, trying to carve out scales, trying to get to organs, teeth, claws. Like, she's just amped up on her, like, rage adrenaline, so she's like, time to hack away.
Okay.
But she is hacking with the purpose to, like, properly skin it.
Give me a
I just don't
medicine
know
roll.
what she'll do. Alright, medicine.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 7. I got a good bonus, but not a good roll.
Okay. As you go chopping away, about a few minutes in, you've managed to make dragon mash.
Delicious. Eat up.
The scales, the bone, the organs.
Well,
Uh,
that one is mash, yeah.
it squishes all together, and you've managed to break and grind down dragon bones somehow, which is honestly a medical
Yeah.
miracle.
So you guys, like, witnessed that and are just terrified.
I'm gonna look at Shogun when I see that and simply go, that shouldn't be possible, should it?
Shogun, you said you wanted to go pick some scales.
No,
It's the monster mash.
Go ahead.
I want dragon's blood.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's a lot of blood on my axe.
So yeah, give me another medicine roll.
I'm just kind of pouring it into empty vials. I hope this goes well. My medicine's terrible. I'm not very wise. That's a 9. Damn.
You managed to get about a vial of dragon's blood.
Yeah.
All right, Sarah.
Sarah is going to go into the horde room.
Okay.
Don't you dare loot, squirrel.
Essentially. Oh, I mean, I'm looting. There's a horde here.
Yeah, we killed them. Might as well. It'd be a waste.
Yeah, Sarah basically turns the bag of holding inside out so it dumps all the contents, which is mostly the iron.
Yep.
Basically, quick picks up the couple other items,
Mm-hmm.
and then starts looking for mostly like magical items, but then also starts grabbing like gold or platinum or whatever she can get.
Okay. So I'm gonna say from gold, from this horde, you get around 12,000 gold pieces in total. That's to be split amongst all of you. And each of you will have if you're splitting this evenly, then
that's what her attack
including
cost.
including Terias, each of you
Yep.
will get 3 magic items, which I will give the players at the end of the session the opportunity to either choose from a book or to choose from a loot table. But yes, so feel free to make a note of that if you'd like. Yeah.
Okay, I got it written down.
Okay. And as you kind of start to shovel gold into it, you find a hole in the center of the the loot that you realize leads down, and as you can hear water flowing very rapidly.
We had to squirrel loot to get out of here.
I will also say you do gain a full adult dragon's worth of bones from the horde.
that aren't mashed up.
Yeah, these were already pretty cleaned and pristine looking.
Oh, and I will say, Sigrun's gonna collect some of the dragon bone flesh
Mash.
blood
Mush.
to, like, save for rations.
Okay.
For like food.
Add 3
I'm sure it has a
rations.
use.
Add 3 rations of dragon mash. As the rest of it was too tainted for you to eat. Okay.
Nick will just make sure to grab some scales off the other dragon because he knows it can be used in armor.
Roll medicine check.
I would say, wouldn't that be more survival since it's skinning a beast?
Oh no, I'm gonna say medicine.
All right, medicine it is. Let's.
If it was survival, I'd have gotten a better roll.
16.
Yeah, you managed to get around about 40 scales, let's say, of red dragon wormling. That'd be enough to make you a full thing of plate of dragon armor.
I'm gonna ask Sarah to put it in if she can fit it into the bag of holding,
Okay.
and I'll put it in the bag of holding for now.
Okay.
For safer keeping, because I can't carry all that on me. I know my weight limits.
All right. So as you kind of start to divvy up the gold and get all the gear together, is there anything else anybody would like to do before you plan to leave?
I will eat one of the red berries I harvested with Nick Pryor in celebration.
Okay. You eat a berry. Tastes great.
It
It's
has
poison.
that spicy poison.
It's
tang to
it's
it,
very
yes.
spicy. It reminds you of Nick Jr. and his betrayal.
Reminds you
now
more
the
of Isabella's
licorice is
betrayal,
kind of
though.
Bittersweet. Yeah, not these berries don't taste as good once they've marinated in your pocket.
As you begin to relax and enjoy, the whole cave starts to shake, and that's where we're going to end today's session. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We will see you next time.